What's good, my boy?
What's up, my bro? What's going on?
Appreciate you for taking time out, my dude.
Yeah,
People
man,
been
it's all
asking
good,
for
bro.
this one.
Already know, bro. It's all good, man.
We gonna get right into it. So, for the people that don't know, bro, where were you born and raised as a kid, and what were you like growing up?
Yeah, I was born and raised in the Caribbean. A lot of people mistake my island where I'm from. 'Cause when I say I'm from Dominica, people be thinking I'm saying like Dominican Republic. You know what I mean? But I'm from the Caribbean of Dominica. It's a small little island in the Caribbean in the West Indies, a little past St. Thomas, past Jamaica down there in the West Indies. Small little Caribbean island, man. I was raised a little bit, probably was down there probably until like I was 3 years old. And then me and my mom and my stepdad, we moved to St. Thomas, which is the U.S. Virgin Islands. And
Hmm.
that is where everything began, man. As a legit man, you know what I'm saying? I went to middle school out there and I went to a little bit of high school over there on the island.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you joined the army from St. Thomas?
Nah, I joined the army when I came to Florida.
Okay. Okay. So when did you get the idea to join the army, and how did you choose the infantry?
Really, bruh, really and truly, bruh. That is like part of me when I was growing up. When I was growing up, I always was, running around with my cousins playing army and, with the little sticks, faking like it's a gun and stuff, and my mom and my auntie for Christmas, they always used to buy me the little grand, little plastic army man and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And, like me joining the army was something that I always wanted to do, honestly. Like that's something I always wanted to do from a jit. It's not something that when I got older, I wanted to join the army because I wanted it to like help with my life or me going to college. No, it's something I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be a soldier ever since I was a jit.
Oh, okay. What take us to the moment where you decided, like, okay, all right, I'm about to join. Go sign up.
It was a little complicated for me at first, but it happened when I was in Job Corps, right? I went to Job Corps in Kentucky. I went over there, I got a trade, and they had a little thing in Job Corps. It was a little ROTC stuff, I was in there. I had a little trouble passing the abs out at the time, you know what I'm saying? So I was thinking like, you know what I'm saying? I had somebody kind of like coaching me and how to do the ASVAB. I actually did the ASVAB 5 times. People don't even know that.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah, I did it. I did it 5 times, but on the fifth try, I got it, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't go active duty at the time, right? I couldn't go active duty after I passed the ASVAB. I couldn't go to active duty at the time. I don't know, for some reason. I had everything, all the requirements for the National Guard, right? So
Mm,
the recruiter was like, "Why don't you join the National Guard and then switch over to active duty? Like, we're gonna take you, transfer, right?"
yeah.
So I said, "Can I do that?" He said, "Yeah, you could do that." I went over, I joined the National Guard, the Florida National Guard, as a 11 Bravo.
What was your mindset going into basic training, and what was basic training like?
Man, so my mindset going to basic training is like, I watched a lot of videos on basic training, and all I see is, getting yelled at, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, they were just on you the whole time. So that's all I knew about basic training. So I had already braced myself mentally that, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get yelled at the whole time and just keep my mouth shut, don't say nothing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it's gonna be the tempo is gonna be like that the whole time, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I was a little scared. I didn't know what to expect, but I was looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? I was looking forward to the unknown. But then, when I got on the plane, landing the airport, and we got picked up. Actually, when we got picked up from the airport, I thought basic training starts. I
Yeah.
didn't
I did
know.
too.
I
I
didn't.
did too.
I didn't know. I'm like, oh man, it starts. You know what I'm saying? Because you see the soldier in uniform picking you up from the airport, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So you're like, oh man, all right, so this is it. So the whole time, basic training hadn't even start yet. We still we,
Right.
we still got to go through. I didn't even know what in processing was, and
Right.
you had like to go to 30th AG, and then when I got there, get your uniform, get all the hygiene stuff, all the stuff, all the essential stuff that you need for basic training. I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
thought once you get on that bus, boom, basic training start. You know what I'm saying? We was there for 2 weeks. It wasn't really doing nothing. I didn't really know what was going on. Actually, I was like, man, like this is what basic training is like. We're just sitting around. We eat over 3 meals a day. I don't remember if we did PT, bro. It's been so long. Did we did PT?
I think we did a
I
little
don't.
bit. When I went through, we
Yeah,
did a little bit,
yeah,
not a
yeah,
lot.
yeah, yeah. I think we did a little bit of PT. I can't remember, bro. It been so long, man. I went to basic in 2005. I remember the morning we got picked up. The drill sergeant was kind of briefing us and what's gonna happen. Like, hey, they're gonna pick you up on the bus, and we did not even get picked up on the bus. We get picked up on like it looked like a cattle, like cattle,
Y'all got
like a
picked up on the
cattle.
cattle trucks.
Yeah, the cattle truck, right?
Yeah.
It looked like what they carry like donkeys and
Yeah.
horses and
Yeah.
shit, right? So I'm like, man, what is this? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, like if this is not basic training, where is basic training?
Yeah.
It's like this place is huge. Like we have another level to go to. So like, all right. So they put us in the cattle truck. Some guys was on the cattle truck, some guys was on the bus, you know what I'm saying? We rolled down to basic training, man. And as soon as the bus stopped, like you see all the drill sergeants lined up, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, on the sidewalk. And I'm trying to grab my duffel bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get my duffel bag because I'm not trying to get my duffel bag mixed up with other guys' duffel bags, man. Why did I do that? Because
Yeah.
they just gonna mix your stuff in with everybody else regardless. They don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm trying to grab my duffel bag and trying to do what he tell me to do. And man, they kind of locked in on me.
Right now, what is your freaking problem? Why can you not watch?
Take my duffel bag, rip it apart, throw it everywhere on the grass. I'm talking about
Yeah.
right there on the grass. All my clothes, all my hygiene stuff on the ground. I'm like, oh my God, look at this mess. And I'm trying to pick it up. And he's like, why are you picking it up? Fall in. I don't know how to fall in. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how to fall in. My shit everywhere. I'm not the only one. You got guys, class A's, all type, man. Your whole uniform is spread all over the grass, man. And, you know, they just beating on us, man, beating on us for like we got there in the morning. They did not stop smoking us, bro, until like about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, man.
Yeah.
And I'm
All
telling
day.
myself, if this house basic training gonna be, I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
Can't make this. This
For
is too
sure.
much, man. It's too much stress. Like I'm tired. We've been doing push-ups, flutter kicks. We've been running all over the place, doing like, admin stuff. Everywhere you go, we gotta run. And I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. I can't do this. And at the time progress and basic training, the 8 weeks of basic training, you getting pound on what they call it, red phase or something like that. That's
Yeah.
what they used to call it,
Yeah.
red
I
phase.
think so. I think
So
so.
yeah, so when you get in like a little bit of the fifth week and stuff like that, the drill's trying to expect you to know the rules, and they still yell at you and scream at you, but it's not as
It's a
as
little more
intense.
lax.
Like yeah, it's not as intense as the first day when they just pound on you and
Yeah.
just smoking the shit out of you, man. So yeah.
Basically, from day one was the moment you realized, like, bro, what have I got myself into?
Man, when I got to basic training, and keep in mind, right, when I got to basic training, that's when the war was going on. The war
Yeah.
was in full effect,
Yeah.
Afghanistan, Iraq in full effect. All the drills hard, they all got combat experience. All those guys got CIDs, those guys got two, three. Shit, most of my drill sergeants was 101st Airborne Division. Those guys was in the invasion.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So those guys was not playing around. Those guys had screws loose in their heads, man. Those guys was the stories they was telling us, man, I was scared. I'm like, bro, I really don't know what I got myself into. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because the stuff while they smoking us, and if you ain't do something right, they say stuff like you're gonna die over there, or if you do that, your squad leader is gonna this, and that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, this guy's been down range a few times. This guy was in an invasion. I'm not gonna make it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
die, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you get to the end of basic training, everybody get their orders. I don't really know what
Mhm.
happened with National Guard. So what happened with that?
So it's just like regular army, you know what I'm saying? Once you get your orders, you guys go to your duty station, right?
Hmm.
We go back to our state. I got on the bus. I did get on the bus, yeah, the bus, and it took me all the way to Florida. And then I had to go to the National Guard Army in Miami and be like, hey, I graduated. Hence, they gave you that big brown packet, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Hey, I gave it to them. They processed me into the unit. Actually, bro, when I got to Florida National Guard, that was like the best thing ever. That was like as soon as I got there, I got orders to go to England to train
Mm.
for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because when I graduated, it was like damn near in the middle of the summer, I think. And the National Guard do their 2 weeks training in the summer. So somehow, when I graduated, I stumbled right into that. And as soon as I got there, I was in processing. The guy in the little S1 shop, he said, "Hey, we about to go to England, man. Do you want to go?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, I want to go to England, man."
Hmm.
So that was pretty interesting, man. soon as I got there, I think I had like 2 weeks in processing, and then had to pack up, and we got on a plane, man, and we went to England. We went to Wales. I think we went to Wales for like a week. We were straighting out there in the woodlines with some of the Royal Marines, and then we went to London, and we was doing some indoor ranges and some outdoor ranges with the Royal Marines, man. It was pretty interesting. It was a good experience. I actually got an overseas ribbon for that.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I didn't even know that you
Yeah.
did that, bro.
Yeah. I actually got an overseas ribbon and the orders in my Love Me book for that, man. It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, so take us through the moment you decided, all right, I'm ready to go active.
So the moment I realized I wanted to go active, man, so I was in the National Guard for at least 12 months, right? Because you got to be there for 12 months in order to transfer over to active duty. So the recruiter was like, hey, you gotta, because I tried to go active duty before. As soon
Mm-hmm.
as I got, he's like, nah, you got to be there at least for 12 months so you could go, man. So, I thought the National Guard was really like active duty. I get to play Army every day, and I'm young. I'm in shape. I'm high speed. I want to do a lot. You know what I'm saying? I want to kill people. I want to go down range. But the way how the National Guard was, if the unit is not deploying and another National Guard is deploying, they're gonna take guys from that unit to kind of manpower up the other unit wherever state it is. So if
Mm-hmm.
Louisiana is deploying, right? If Louisiana National Guard is deploying, it doesn't matter. And that's the thing about the National Guard. It doesn't matter like if it's an infantry unit, if it's an MP unit, if it's a fucking artillery unit, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna ask you, hey, Louisiana National Guard is deploying. They need six fucking guys. Who want to go? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, who's deploying? I want to go. I want to go to Iraq. I want to go to Iraq. I want to go to Iraq. Nothing. So I just got sick of it. I wasn't getting the training that I was getting. Most of the guys that was in my National Guard unit was actually legendary guys, actually, because those guys was I didn't even know because when I walked into the unit, my National Guard unit was actually in the invasion. I didn't know that.
Mm.
Those guys was like in the invasion attached to 101 because I saw those guys wearing the 101 patch, right? So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, what, I didn't really understand what that meant. That was the first time I ever seen another unit wearing another unit patch. So they kind of explained it to me. So these guys got deployed and they was attached to 101 and they was actually rolling into Baghdad on Humvees with no doors with 101. That being said, I was talking to one of the S1 guys. He was an infantry guy, E7, high speed dude. He's all about a ranger and be all you could be and shit. So I was telling him, I was like, hey, Sarge, I'm not getting the most as I can out of this unit. I want to do more. So he's like, you want to go to active duty? I'm like, hell yeah, what I got to do? So he's like, all I got to do is draw you up a 4187, give it to the CO, he signed it, and you good. And no shit, bro. He did the 4187 for me, and I give it to the CO. The CO had no problem releasing me. He didn't give me no issues. He just told me good luck. You know what I'm saying? You're a good stud. You're a good guy, and you're gonna be a good soldier, man. And once you sign that 4187 and the National Guard release you, I took this shit the same day they give it to me. I ran up to the recruiter office. The recruiter like, you don't want some leave? 'Cause when they release you, they give you 90 days to report to a recruiter. So I'm like, hell no, I don't want like let's do this shit right now. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right. So when we went down to MEPS, I didn't have to do all that other stuff all those other guys were doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just had to go down to MEPS to process, cut me some active duty orders, and then I was gone. While I'm in MEPS, he was telling me, hey, we can't give you a bonus, right? Because the National Guard would give you a bonus, but we could give you any duty station you want. So I'm like, okay. My recruiter, when he brought me, he's like, bro, I just came back from Germany. Maybe you should go to Germany. I'm like, damn, that sounds good. You know what I'm saying? At the time, my girlfriend broke up with me. I'm like, man, I like, fuck it, bro. I want to leave. I want to leave America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's like, bro, go to Germany, bro. Trust me, you're gonna like it. I'm like, So he's like, it's good for the brothers, man. Go to Germany. I'm like, damn, I ain't never been to
Yeah.
Germany before. You know what I'm saying? Because all I could think about in Germany is back in the days with the war, the Nazi war, and all that shit, right? So I don't know
Right.
anything about Germany, bro. So yeah, man, he cut me orders to go to Germany, and I was assigned to 16 Infantry. Was it Bravo Company? 16 Infantry Bravo Company, man. And yeah, bro, that was um that was the beginning of hell for me.
How long were you in bomb holder before you found out, hey man, they finna send you to Ramadi, brother?
I was in bomb holder for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Those guys was already down there for a long time already. They did 6 months in Kuwait and they did 6 months in Ramadi. You know what I'm saying? So I was out there for like maybe 2 months. I
Yeah.
wasn't out there for too long. All the privates that came when I came, They sent us to Grafenberg. We did like a 2 week train up, and then they sent us, and then we came right back, bro. I didn't see anything. I didn't do anything.
So,
It was a waste of time if you ask me.
so when you came home with Bravo Company, what was it like when everybody came home?
It was pretty bad, bro. I was still treated as a new private because I didn't have this, I didn't do shit. I was still treated like a shit bag. I was still treated like I didn't know shit. You know, the hazing part. You know what I'm saying? Getting to do all the shitty details and stuff like that. So I wasn't special, bro. You know what I'm saying? These guys was in Ramadi. They was getting blown up. They was patrolling. I didn't go on a patrol. I didn't do shit, bro. I pretty much think they sent me down there to help these motherfuckers pack up and do detail. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it
Yeah.
was.
The company got back late December 2006. You find
Yeah.
out in 2007 that you about to deploy again in 2008. What was your mindset?
They didn't really tell us nothing. They just told us like, you know, another deployment is coming up. We scheduled to deploy again, you know, for 15 months. You know how that shit goes, you know, they don't really know nothing, but they know, you know what I'm saying? It's like shit's
Yeah,
still in the air. They just got word, a warning, hey, y'all getting ready to deploy again. Just train and get ready. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So that basically what it was. They just told us we about to go to war. I'm scared as hell. I ain't never been to war. Yeah, I went down range with them, but I didn't see shit. I didn't go like in like a cop or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I didn't know what it was to be actually be an infantryman in war, carrying my weapon, getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. But the deployment itself was so far away. It was like, oh yeah, we're gonna deploy. Yeah, whatever. Once it comes, it comes. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it how I was feeling at the time. You know what I'm saying? Because it was so far away, I wasn't really thinking about it like that every day. You know what I mean? They just told
yeah.
us, hey, we going to Iraq, and I'm like, all right, cool.
When all the training was done, you felt like you was ready.
It was crazy because, you know, when I was in Bravo Company, bro, you know, I was wanting to be a dismount. You know what I'm saying? So these motherfuckers ended up putting me on the Bradley, bro,
Yeah,
as a gunner. You know what I'm saying? I was a
yeah.
PFC gunner on a Bradley. They telling me, oh yeah, that's a good
High
responsibility.
speed. Yeah,
That's high speed NCO position. How my platoon was doing, they was putting all the PT stud on the Bradley because the Bradley you were mounted. A lot of the times we skip PT because we got to be in the motor pool. You know what I'm saying?
right.
The platoon star was like, hey, we're gonna put all you high speed PT studs on the Bradley mounted. You know, I'm like, what? Shouldn't we be on the ground? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that was kind of man bug, and I was pissed off because these guys get to run around to play army, play infantry and shit, and I got to sit down in a fucking Bradley blow with a slick BA. You know what I'm saying? Just looking like a straight poke, like a tanker, bro.
yeah,
And I didn't like it. I was upset all the time. We used to get in arguments with the mounted guys, with the dismounted guys all the time because they thought they was better than us. You know what I'm saying? Crazy thing about it, I was a Bradley gunner, went to Graf and train, bro. I shoot all the tables perfect. So yeah, man, them guys had me on the Bradley, bro. I didn't like it. I hate my squad leader, bro. I used to get in it with him all the time. He used to smoke me all the time. You know, like I was getting yelled at all the time because I hated my job, bro. I hated being on the Bradley. I just hate it. I hated
yeah,
it. I hated it. I hated it. Like, you know, I never pictured the army of, you know, being an infantryman, me being on a Bradley, bro. I wanted to be
yeah,
running around, you know, kicking indoors, doing all the infantry shit. It was like the hardest job for me in the army, but I was good at it. But I
yeah.
hated it because I was so good at it, I couldn't get off the Bradley. They told me, hey, Paul, like, you one of our best gunners. And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, bro, like, it just didn't make no sense, bro. I couldn't get off that Bradley, dog.
April 2008, we deployed to Sauder City. What was different about this deployment compared to the one in Ramadi?
Shit, I ain't do shit in Ramadi. I ain't see shit. I ain't do nothing.
Yeah,
Like I said, I went over there to help process back and get the equipment back to Germany. That was it. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And then I got off to 15 while I was back in the rear with those guys. And they gave me the boot out of the company and sent me to HAC, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you got off the Bradley.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's how
for
I got
sure.
that. Like that was not even in the plan. The Article 15 was not in
Yeah,
the plan. This happened for me doing something stupid. They thought sending me to HAC, you know, I was gonna be doing some poke stuff like in an S1 shop or something. But
yeah,
you know, first on Cowbridge, my guy, you know what I'm saying? That guy was he was rooting for me. You know, first on Cowbridge, I got there. He already knew who I was when I got there because first on Cowbridge was my first on in Bravo Company. He knew I was a PT stud. He he's the one that actually sent me to the Ranger like Bamola had a Ranger tryout. It
hmm.
was all cap though. It was all fake because everybody that passed it, we still didn't get to go to Ranger school. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
remember
he
Gamble
sent
was
me
a
down
part
to
of
the
that.
yeah, Gamble was a part of it. I remember that. Me and Gamble were doing the run, the 5 mile run. and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I remember that stuff. I remember like it was yesterday. I got down there, so he knew I was a PT stud. He knew everything. He's like, "Hey, Paul, I'm gonna give you a second chance," because he was talking to me in front of Sergeant Major Dooley. Remember Sergeant Major Dooley?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Sergeant Major Dooley. And one thing I got to say about Sergeant Major Dooley, man, he was a mean guy, but he was a fair guy. He
He's
never,
fair.
yeah, he never looked at me in any kind of way after I got in my ARC 15, especially with the circumstances of my ARC 15. He didn't do none of that, bro. I think this guy was just locked in on getting deployed. They didn't care about all that shit. Hey, they have other things to worry about. Soldiers get ARC 15s all the time. So he was like, hey, we're gonna send you the scout platoon. I didn't know what a scout platoon was. I'm like, a scout platoon? That shit sound high speed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, shit, I'm happy and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when they sent me to the scout platoon, it was the scouts. It wasn't those guys was not even 11 Bravos. Those guys was 19 Deltas.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys was not 11 Bravos at all. I didn't know that until I got there. So those guys was 19 Deltas. The stopping section was all 11 Bravo, and those guys we all was in one platoon. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, bro. Bravo company thinking like they're punishing me, but they put me in a whole nother league, bro. I was in a
Yeah.
whole nother league. I'm not gonna lie, but I was excited, and it was so much like I was like, damn. And then when they was telling us what our mission was inside the city, I couldn't believe it. It was everything I ever wanted to do, bro.
So yeah, they sent you the scouts with Beck and Rinaldi in them.
Yeah, and Zawa.
You get to the scout platoon, you deploy with the scouts. What was your role in the scout platoon?
I didn't know what my role was, honestly. So when I got there, I'm thinking we gonna be doing like scout stuff. But these guys was training for a whole nother mission the whole time I was in Bravo Company. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Mm-hmm.
when I got there, they were like, hey, we're not gonna be doing scout stuff. We're gonna be doing TST missions, time sensitive target.
Mm-hmm.
Um, time sensitive target missions. I didn't know what that was, you know what I'm saying? So they're like, hey, when we get to Kuwait, and when we get to Iraq, we're gonna be doing an additional a month's training with some special operation guys, and they're gonna give us the train up on what we're gonna be doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, like I think I just hit a gold mine, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'll be doing some hype stuff, but my role was an assaulter. That's what they call it. So pretty
Okay.
much I was a rifleman.
Do you remember what it was like the first time you landed in Iraq? Because when we got to Kuwait, it was something different. But once we got on the bird to Iraq, it was something completely different too.
Yeah, man. So we on the bird, you got all your equipment. We get into Iraqi airspace and the bird just start banking and shit. So I'm like, damn, like we getting shot at or some shit. What the fuck's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like my heart pounding, it's
Yeah.
hot, I'm sweating.
You
I'm like,
nervous?
I'm nervous. A bunch of guys in front of me, and I'm kneeling behind the motherfuckers. I'm like, damn, bro, like this shit, I'm gonna die. I'm not even gonna make it on the ground or some D-Day type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the bird land, you know, the fucking guys in the bird kicking us out. It's not like you taking your time walking off. I'm talking about they tossing your shit off the bird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got off the bird. My helmet was crooked on the side.
Yeah.
My fucking shit strap was right here. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? I
Ate
was
up,
looking
bro.
crazy. Yeah, I was ate up. I was ate up because you know what I'm saying. I don't know. These guys rushing up on the bird. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you don't know anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the whole time we flew into Camp Taji. We flew into Camp Taji. That was like a big fob, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And like there was nothing going on over there like that, you know what I'm saying? It was just, a big old fucking it was a big super fob, I call it. A big super fob, you know what I'm
I don't know about you, bro, but when we landed in Taji, dog, I'm thinking like, bro, this is
saying?
it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I thought we was
you
really in
thought
combat.
you thought this is it, like this is it, like this is how it starts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the whole time we don't even know his phases to this shit. Like we're still in the rear. We're still in the rear of the war. The war is like up north and we down south type shit. You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Now outgoing, bro.
saying?
I didn't know nothing about outgoings.
Yeah, I didn't know anything about it either because when we got assigned, like when you go there, they assign you, your living quarters and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? HSC's over here, Bravo companies over here. So we had like chews and stuff like that. The first day, first night. We got settled and stuff like that, man. In the middle of the night, a big old boom. I'm
Yeah.
scared, my heart pounding.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's incoming
Yeah.
and mortars or whatever is hitting in the fucking fob, bro. I'm like, Jesus Christ, like
Yeah.
what I got myself into, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then everybody started laughing, all the guys that been deployed and my squad leader, he was with one on one. He been deployed a few times, really good guy. He was like, nah, man, this is outgoing, bro. I'm like, what is outgoing? He explained to me what outgoing was. You know what I'm saying? This artillery shell. It was artillery going out. We shooting at them. They're not shooting at us. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But that shit really had me. It really had me scared for a little bit. You know what I mean?
It shook like, bro. You know, in the infantry, it's not that many black dudes. So,
Yeah, yeah.
man, we was in Taji, bro. It was me, Petey, and Scott, all the black dudes in the platoon. The moment the outgoing go out, all of us took off to the bunker, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was loud though. I ain't gonna lie. That shit scared the shit
Yeah.
out of you. That shit was loud as hell.
Do you remember the first time you fired your weapon in combat?
So, the first day I shot any kind of weapon in Iraq, it was a 50 cal machine gun, and we was just on a routine patrol. I remember it was in a routine patrol. I don't remember what was that route. What was that road right um behind of the cop. I don't remember. I don't think it was Route Gold. Remember when you make that left, right, and you go down a little bit and you go around the roundabout and you go straight? We was on that road right there behind
Okay.
of the cop. That shit was right behind of our fucking
I know what you're talking
where
about.
we was
Yeah.
at.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we was doing a little routine patrol. Like it was late at night, bro. It couldn't have been more than like 12 o'clock. It wasn't really nothing going on because usually that road it would be packed, like people walking up and down the street, traffic. It was nothing going on. So yeah, the counter IRA patrol, all that you know what I'm saying? So we had to go out there and just patrol, just kind of show a presence, let them know that hey, we out there, you know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing stupid. So we patrolling, bro, and all I heard was an explosion, bro. Come out. Somebody said, from what I heard, they threw a grenade when we was patrolling. They threw a grenade out of a dismount from the fucking Mahala. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
From one of the alleys and shit. It hit the MRAP. It hit my MRAP, exploded, and shrapnel hit one of the dudes. I think it kind of messed him up bad, bro. I think it went in his eye, and some shrapnel hit him on the side, bro. And somehow, bro, I was scanning that way. I just swing that motherfucker that way, and I just let loose, bro. Bro.
Yeah.
I let loose and I had like 100 in a can of 50 cal. It was like 100 rounds in there. I shot the whole fucking thing, destroyed the whole Mahala. I destroyed about four, five, six, seven cars in that fucking Mahala. The whole
Yeah.
Mahala was tore up. Like I'm talking about tore up, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm scared. It's my first fucking time taking
Yeah.
contact. I'm
Of course.
shaking. I'm shaking, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited. I'm shaking. And you know what I'm saying? They saying they're taking fire from the Mahala, from the alley and shit. And I just fucking open up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Pretty much I just kind of just, suppress, you know what I'm saying? So I just suppress the Mahala. Um, I ain't hit nothing, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think this guy see who threw the grenade at them. I
Yeah.
think from what I think what happened is they threw the grenade from an upper level building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how it unfold, bro. After that happened, we got medevac. We took the guy that got hit. We took him back to the cop because we was literally right there. It was like a 2 minute drive. You know what I'm saying? So the medic got him stable, got him wrapped up, took him over there, took him to the A station, and the bird came. They flew him out. He never came back in theater. You know what I'm saying? They flew him out. I think that guy we was there like 5 months, 4 months before he got hit. 'Cause remember, we was down range for 15 months. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So he damn near missed the whole deployment, bro. Got a Purple Heart, went home and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then Sergeant Major was laughing at me. The colonel shook my hand.
You
But
know it.
Sergeant Major was laughing at me, you know what I'm saying? But he kind of shook my hand. I was a PSC, you know what I'm saying? He's like, you didn't freeze up. He gave me a whole speech at the gate when they was coming in. And he was like, you know what I'm saying? You didn't freeze up. You handled yourself like an infantryman and stuff like that. You know, the colonel shook my hand and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But they had to go over there and pay the people because I destroyed some cars and I made a little bit of mess over there. But yeah, man, they wasn't mad at me or nothing. I thought they was gonna be mad at me, bro. They wasn't mad at me at all.
Yeah.
You know
You
what I'm
know, it's
saying?
crazy when we out there, bro. Anytime something happen, word travel like wildfire. So we definitely got word like, man, Paul was busting that motherfucking 50 cal,
Yeah,
dog.
bro. I'm talking about on Swanfield. You remember Son Swanfield, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It didn't even bro, I'm talking about we did not even came to the cop yet with our fucking with our guy that got injured. And somehow the information already flowed to the cop, all the
Yeah.
shot, you know what I'm saying? Da, da,
Yeah.
da. I'm talking about we coming back in. You know what I'm saying? Showing Schwartz like, bro, what happened? What happened? I heard. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, so,
Yeah.
you know, so fell. Like, how the hell
Yeah.
you already know the information already? You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? So that shit spread around it spread around the GSS like a GSS side of like wildfire, bro. Like, you know, for some
Yeah.
reason, I was the first guy beside Alpha Company. I was one of the first guys I think to even like in my platoon HAC to take contact. You know what I'm saying? So that was a
Yeah.
pretty legit thing for me. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I'm the man, you know what I'm saying? I get to
Yeah.
pull the trigger, you know what
Oh,
I'm
for
saying?
sure. Nah, you was
Yeah,
famous,
so that
bro.
was
After you did that, you was famous for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. That was definitely a legendary moment for me because, you know, I felt like damn, like I actually got to pull the fucking trigger, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely felt good, you know what I'm saying?
All right. So while inside the city, was there a specific mission or moment that tested you the most during that deployment?
Oh man. So this what I this how I could really explain my mission and my experience inside the city. Like didn't get to do no infantry stuff like what you guys were doing. You know that. I didn't get to like we didn't really patrol too much over there. We was doing a lot of like I told you, TST missions. So we was like we were slipping in the daytime and we was out at night kicking in doors, raiding shit all around side the
Mm-hmm.
city. So I got put into the best platoon, like I said. We was raiding shit, we was kicking in doors, um, and we was catching guys, we was catching bad guys, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't a lot of people that was doing that beside the Rangers. Um, the Delta guys, Silton Six guys, and the SF guys, right? And the other part of the special operation communities was actually doing that stuff. Did you guys get to do all that stuff like what we were doing out there?
We did a little bit. Like I remember one night, Bustos took just us and our team out. You remember where they had that big picture of
Yeah, yeah,
outside on the
yeah, yeah,
wall?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
went and slept in there for like 24 hours to overwatch something, and then we got up out of there. But that's the most
Yeah,
we
but
ever
we
did.
was doing like we got trained like for like a whole month in Taji by some weird guys. This guy said their name was J and K.
Yeah.
These guys had
Yeah.
big old beards. You
Delta,
know what I'm
nigga.
saying? I didn't know who these guys was. They said it was retired Delta, but my squad leader was like, hey, nah, these guys are still in. You know what I'm saying? These
Yeah.
guys came over here. They teach us they teach us everything they know about CQB, how to do TST missions. If you get evidence, how to like back the evidence and stuff like that. How to do call outs, tactical call outs, how to set up our Humvees for TST, how to put the ladders in the front of the Humvee, how to strip the Humvee inside, how to take the foam out of the cushion out of the Humvee because you know the Humvee seat are hard as hell
Yeah.
because we put most of our kit on the back. They show us how to put like most of our kits. You know, like how we had like most of our stuff in the front. So they was telling us like they put most of their gear on the back, like the flashbangs and stuff like that. So when you stack on the door, you could the guy in the back could take the flashbang out, work. It's called working on each other's back. So he could take the
Mm-hmm.
flashbang instead of like taking it in front of him. If you stack, so everybody had flashbangs on their back, you know what I'm saying? So you could just take it out, you show it to the guy in the front, and you toss it in the room, boom, and you guys go in. You know what I'm saying? So they was teaching us everything, man. It was one of the best training I ever had in the military. And this guy's actually after we was done in Taji with the training and we went to Solid City, we did a few raids and stuff like that. This guy actually came out with us on our Humvees, man. So I actually get to see these guys in training. You got two guys with us with a big old beard. You don't know who the fuck they is. I don't know who this guys was. They just say they had to teach us this stuff. And we hit in a Mahala, we over here hitting this house, and this guy's wander off over here hitting another house by themselves, two
Yeah.
guys. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? And I couldn't believe I was actually doing this shit, you know what I'm saying? So it was pretty interesting, man. We get to hit a lot of houses. We actually got to hit one of the top one guys that was I think it was a ranger target or it was one of the special forces target. I don't remember. I have to go back in my, I don't remember the guy name, but I think I got a call with Valor for that. We hit one of the number one target inside the city. That was pretty much one of the legendary targets that we hit. Actually, that was a good day because I didn't know who the guy was until when we grabbed him up and we brought him back and they told us who he was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm a little stupid private. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit, okay. So
It's another detainee to
that's
you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's just another detainee to me, but came to find out. once we got the awards and everything, and my squad leader broke it down to me, and when the colonel talked to us who he was, I'm like, oh shit, like,
Yeah.
why is that big level bad guy is doing an AO just wandering around, you know what I'm saying? Because we was hitting local guys, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But a big target like that, to see like a big army fucking small platoon hitting a house and catching a number one target like that, that was fucking crazy, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
unheard of.
What did that 15-month tour teach you about leadership?
The platoon I was in, we was split up, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I want to talk about. So this leadership and this leadership. So you have Alpha section and Bravo section, right? And for some reason, I was in Alpha section, and we was the assault guys. We was the guys kicking in doors and stuff like that. And Bravo section was the guys on the Humvees, manning the trucks. So these guys didn't like us. You know what I'm saying? They did not like us. And the NCOs was always talking about each other. So, you know what I'm saying? The leadership was kind of like, it was kind of divided, you know what I'm saying? So it didn't really taught me too much about leadership. I ain't gonna lie to you, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you got, the Joes following this NCO because, we like him better. And Bravo, he got his Joes following him. And it was just a gossip, guys don't like this NCO, don't like this NCO. So it was like, bro, it was so divided, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I wanted to be like those NCOs at all. I didn't want to be a leader like them. But to say like, if there was good leaders, there was good leaders when it comes to us being out the wire and us doing our job. But to say like this, being like an individual person and being like a leader, I didn't want to be like that. It was too much hate, bro. There was a divide in the platoon, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was like
Mm.
a war between us the whole fucking time downrange.
How did it feel returning home from that long deployment?
Man, that deployment was so long, bro. Like, I felt like a citizen of Iraq at the time, bro. It was a long deployment. Like, I think we was one of the last unit to do that 15 months deployment. Everybody else was doing 12 months deployment. Because I think we was one of the last unit to 15 months deployment. That 15 months deployment was a long deployment. So getting on that commercial flight, that civilian flight, bro, just relaxing, going back to Germany, flying into Ramstein Air Force Base, bro. It felt so fucking good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. When you came home, was anybody there to welcome you home in Germany?
nah, man. I got off the bus and went straight to my barracks room, bro.
Yeah.
All these other guys, a lot of the privates was like that too, because a lot of people family couldn't really come to Germany like that because the single privates because it was too expensive, bro. Like so, guys was just tell their family like, I'm gonna see you when I take leave, when I take black leave and shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
but all the guys that was stationed in bomb holder and they had their family with them, they had to see their family, their kids and stuff like that coming up the plane. They was hugging them and stuff like that. But I was a little Joe, bro. I just wanted to get on the plane, take my gear back to my room, and just go drink. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Have me a drink. You know what I'm saying? And just get out there in Germany. Do what I do. You already know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. No, for sure. All right. Fast forward. When we was in Iraq, we both re-enlisted at the same time, bro, to get orders to go to Fort Benning. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You PCS to Fort Benning. How was the army different from the states compared to overseas?
It was a culture shock, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. It
Yeah.
was way more stricter. Uh, because
Yeah.
I seen so many guys got away with so many stuff in Germany, man. It was a culture shock, bro. Like they was not playing around when I'm like, damn, I gotta get my shit together. I'm gonna get in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was definitely a culture shock. Shit was definitely different from Germany coming to Fort Benning, bro. You know what I'm saying? It was definitely different. It was a culture
Yeah.
shock for me.
Night and day, bro. Like,
Yeah, it was night and day for sure.
yeah. All right. What was it like being in the TRADOC unit?
Uh, Remember, you got there before me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
you were kind of telling me about it, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what to expect, you know what I'm saying? I just know that I was gonna do some poke stuff. And my whole plan was while I'm doing some poke stuff, I'm gonna try to go to Ranger School, try to go to Airborne School, try to get schooled up, try to get badged up while I'm there, you know what I'm saying, doing my poke stuff. And,
Yeah.
and, and once I get badged up and stuff like that, and I get back to the army, like what I'm saying, I'm ready to go for whatever, you know what I'm saying? But when I got there, man, shit was crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Guys were getting smoked up all the time, guys in the linen rest. And keep in
Us.
mind, Germany was not really like that. We was getting smoked, but we was not getting smoked like every like you know what I'm saying?
Every day,
Like
bro.
motherfuckers, stay in the linen rest, bro. Like, god damn, you know what I'm saying? What's going on?
bro. We
You know what I'm
had
saying?
the motherfuckers from Ranger Bat that was in our platoon, bro. I'm talking about every day, bro. Every day we was
Yeah.
getting smoked for
And the
nothing,
thing
bro.
is about it, and the thing is about it, you know that whenever those guys get kicked out of Ranger Bat, they send them either to third ID or they send them to our unit. So
Yeah,
we had a bunch of guys from Ranger Bat in our company and your company also, well your platoon also,
yeah,
and a lot of those guys was RFS for the Third Ranger Battalion, and they send their ass right down the street. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And those guys was like, you know what I'm saying? They were smoking
man.
guys up like a motherfucker was back in Ranger Bat, bro. Shit was crazy.
Yeah. I remember dude too. So Sergeant Dos Papas, if you ever see this, bro, man, bro, that shit was pissing me off, dog. Straight up. But let's rewind it for a second because I know that you did get your schools in at Fort Benning. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but
I got one. I got one.
yeah, you said early on in your career you had got a Article 15 in Germany.
Yeah, man. I got an audit in Germany and shit. So stupid private doing stupid shit, man. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? When I went home on block live, bro, I put a Ranger tab on my shoulder, you know what I'm saying? Rocking the Ranger tab, like I got
yeah,
it, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
And then somebody saw me. I don't know who the fuck saw me, but somebody saw me and I was a stupid private, bro.
of
I didn't even
course,
think the nigga, I didn't even think he had, I didn't even think the guy had like evidence. You know what I'm saying?
bro. How the
The,
fuck
the,
in the army know what you doing in Florida? So of course,
that's what yeah, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So let me tell you that story. That shit was
yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
So the dude I was talking to, he went to Ranger school. You know what I'm saying? So he was asking me questions about Ranger school, and I'm saying a bunch of
yeah,
dumb ass shit.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, this motherfucker never been to Ranger school and shit. So when I got back, bro, they put me down in the CO office. They're like, oh yeah, you was in Florida, you had a Ranger tab on, you never been to Ranger school. So he's like, tell me the truth. So I just told the truth, bro. I could have
yeah,
lied about it,
of
but
course,
like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So they gave me an order 15. The CO pulled me in front. Like he made an example out of me, bro. Like to the point I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
yeah,
I want to commit suicide and shit, bro. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah.
Like he brought me in front of the company and stuff.
No,
He
not the company, the whole battalion, nigga.
yeah, he brought
All
me in
of us
front of the
was
whole
out there.
yeah, bro, the whole battalion, um, calling me a piece of shit, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Don't be like me, you know what I'm saying? That shit really kind of like everybody was looking at me like I'm a piece of shit, you know what I'm saying? Like I did some real fucked up shit, you know what I'm saying? And I had to carry that burden. Imagine getting up every morning doing PT and they're like,
yeah,
this a guy that fucking,
yeah,
that put the ranger tab on, he's not ranger, whatever. And I'm like, fuck, dog, you know what I'm saying? So when it was time for the PCS, that was such a relief off my shoulder because I got to
yeah,
go to a new space. Nobody don't know me, and I could kind of start over again. You know what I'm saying? To prove myself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, that was probably one of the worst time in the army for me, bro. You know what I'm saying? When
yeah,
I got in front of the whole battalion, they pulled me in the front, and they were just like, tearing into me, bro. That was like, but I think look at it on a positive way because, like I said, once we get into that, that kind of helped me throughout Ranger School. You know what
oh,
I'm saying?
for
That
sure,
kind of helped me.
100% it
That was
did.
like that was like my motivation. That was like my motivation going to Ranger School and not quitting. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah,
you get in trouble in Germany for impersonating a ranger.
yeah,
Uh, is that what made you decide to like, okay, I'm gonna go earn it for real this time?
hell yeah. That was
Yeah,
like fuel in my body. Like I have to get this shit
yeah,
because And I say once I get this shit, I'm gonna email all these motherfuckers
yeah,
that
yeah,
that
yeah,
that was laughing at me with this Ranger tab on my shoulder and be like, look, I did it. I was made
yeah.
for this shit. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
for sure.
So yeah, that was like my fuel, bro. That was my fuel, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I dreamed about this shit all through
Yeah,
Ranger school. Every time I'm cold, like I dreamed. That was like my fuel, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That was like my main fuel that pushed me to Ranger school, bro. You know what
man,
I'm
that was a
saying?
hell of a comeback story. Like because
What?
you know what I'm saying. Most people would have took it on the chin and be like, man, fuck it, but yeah,
Yeah, I couldn't, I
yeah,
couldn't, I couldn't let it go, bro.
yeah,
I had to prove myself because I'm a competitive guy. And it's not like a bad thing. It's like as an infantryman, you like to like,
yeah,
what I'm saying. I had to prove myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got to get this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, feel like I need to build my character back up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they brought me in front, and the CO doing that shit to me really like broke my spirit, bro. And I'm like,
mm,
when I got to go to Ranger school, bro, I'm like, yo, I gotta do this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Can you walk us through what Ranger School was like?
Really and truly, man, we was not even supposed to go to Ranger School at first. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? We were really supposed to go to airborne school. We got selected to go to airborne school. They had some airborne slots and stuff. And they were like, hey, Paul, you and more and some other guys, y'all going to airborne school because
yeah,
we was PT studs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So they're like, oh yeah, this is get the packing list together, stuff like that. So they came to me the same day, be like, hey, you can't go to airborne school because something came up. We got to do a training and we need guys.
yeah.
They told you you was going, you and some other guy, and
I'm
you know what
still
I'm saying,
going.
the other dude. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, I felt played, you know what I'm saying? But first Sean told me, hey, we're gonna send you to Ranger School. So I'm like, man, they probably gonna do the same shit. So I didn't really have my hopes up. You feel me?
Yeah,
So, you know, that morning when it was information, I told you was not going,
nigga,
and
I
you
had
was
my
pissed.
hopes up. Yeah,
And you was pissed off, you know what I'm saying? That first song really I felt like first song had to like give us something. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So
yeah,
he came like, hey, y'all going to Ranger School. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you was pissed off because you didn't want to go to Ranger School, but I
yeah,
was happy as fuck
yeah,
because I'm like, yo, I've been waiting for this all my life. You know what I'm saying? But you pissed off, I'm happy, and I still really didn't believe them. I thought they was gonna, but
yeah,
when that day comes, like get your packing list and stuff like that, and then first I was like, hey, that's your orders and stuff like that, and you guys report to pre-range. I was like, damn, this shit is really fucking happening, bro. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? We got down there, and as soon as we got down there, bro, it's like as soon as we get down to
Yeah,
pre-ranger, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? We getting smoked up. You looking at me like, bro, what I got
bro,
myself into.
nigga,
And I'm trying to motivate you. I'm like, bro, just stick in there. We doing
man,
push-ups, flutter kicks, man, rolling there, rolling back. We running back and forth, just the whole 9 yards, getting smoked up. We got smoked up all through the night, man. You know what I'm saying? And that night, the dude was like, "Hey, more you on guard." You was like, "Oh hell no,
yeah.
man."
See, the first night I was cool with fire guard, even though we got scuffed, they put me on fire guard, bro. It's all good.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was like, "Bro," because bro, the whole time I had picture in my head how I expect how this shit to turn out. You didn't even know that.
I don't even want to be in this mother. Like, bro, I didn't even actually come here, dog. You know what I'm saying? So,
so so this man, he like, fuck it, bro. I don't want to be here no more. I don't want to do
yeah,
this shit. I'm like, bro, just do it,
nigga,
bro. Just stick with it. You like, I'm like, all right, he got his mind made up. He went to
shit,
first song. First song trying
nigga,
to talk you out of it.
I quit.
Like, yeah, he
Quit.
like, man, fuck it, man. I quit. I'm going back to the unit. I'm gonna go get promoted and stuff like that. I'm gonna go to the board. I'm like, all right, I'm like, bro, it's something I gotta do. I gotta stick with this shit, bro. I gotta get this shit. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? So he was like, all right, cool. But when you left, you know what I'm saying? I completed pre-ranger, and then we went down to actually ranger school. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? And bro, felt like the whole way to ranger school, nigga, I was breaking brush, bro.
yeah, yeah.
My packing
What
list was fucked
what
up.
you mean? What you mean by breaking brush for the people that don't know what breaking brush is?
Okay, breaking brush is to us, so in the military, it's like I was just struggling, bro. I was fighting through every task I was
Yeah,
fighting, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like when my packing list, bro, fucked up on my packing list. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking these guys gonna kick me out, bro, but somehow, bro, I don't know. The RIs had a little sympathy for me, bro, and they
yeah,
see it in my eyes. I don't know if they see that hunger in my eyes, G. Like, bro, I need this shit. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But I think I was mentioning a few items and stuff like that. So there was a couple guys that was doing the part when we were doing the layout. They had extras,
yeah,
and they're like, "Hey, Sergeant, you know what I'm saying? I got extra." They throw it to me. So the RI looked at it like, "Fuck it, he got it." So you know what I'm saying? So he checked me out. I got it. I passed the layout, bro, and I felt good, man. And then we went into the fucking PT test, the 5 mile run. I crushed it. I was already a PT stud. You know that. I crushed that
hmm
shit. I think I did my 5 mile run in like. I think you got to do the 5 mile run. I'm not. I don't want people
like
to come
under
back and
45 minutes or something like that.
it was under like 40 minutes or some shit like that.
Hmm
I think I did that shit in like 32 minutes, some shit like that, man. That was pretty fast. But there was guys that was doing that shit way faster than that.
Yeah,
But for me, I did it in 32 minutes. I thought that was fast. And I was a fucking good ass runner. And there was a whole bunch of guys in front of me doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? So we did that. We did the 5 mile run. Past that, we did Mount Vesti. I passed that. Mount Vesty, for people that don't know what Mount Vesty is, an obstacle course that everybody in Ranger School got to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty smoke session. It's an obstacle course. It's a smoker. Past that, and you do all that shit within the first day. The swim test, the PT
Yeah.
test, Mount Vesty, in one day, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
From 5 o'clock in the morning, you do the PT, you do the run, and you do the PT test, right? And then you go do the swim test, right? And then you do Mount Vesty. So the
Yeah.
next day, and you, bro, you beat, you tired.
You
And guess what you're
done.
doing the next day? Guess what you're doing the next day, bro? You're doing land nav. You know what I'm saying? And the land nav course is all day. You're doing night and day. You see what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So the land nav event itself is like a whole day event. You got 5 points. You got to get 4 out of 5. I think I got 4. That shit broke me down. Dead reckoning the whole time, bro. I was in walking through swamps, getting, bro. I
Yeah.
was breaking brush, bro. I was struggling, bro. But
This just the
this is how
first
I.
2 days.
This took the first 2 days, my nigga. I'm
Yeah.
getting,
Yeah.
I'm hurting, bro. I'm hurting. And
Yeah.
I remember it was my 4th point, bro. And I'm looking at it, bro, and I can't find it, G. I'm screaming in the woodlines, bro.
Yeah.
And then I sat by a tree on my knees, bro, and I'm crying. I'm like, bro, I ain't gonna get this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I seen another dude. I ain't gonna say his name or whatever, but it is what it is. Another dude coming. He's like, what's wrong, man? What's going on? I'm like, bro, I can't find this point, bro.
Bro,
I
crazy.
cried. You know what I'm saying? I was saying the Ranger Creed and everything, man. He's like, he didn't really tell me. He was like, just keep going down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He didn't really tell me nothing. He was like, keep going down the road. And then he just ran off. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. No, I ran off the road. No shit, bro. The point I'm looking off is right off the fucking road, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got that bitch 20 minutes to get back, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talking about put all my stuff in my bag, my map, all my stuff and my points in a little Ziploc bag. I tied it and I make sure I secure that shit because if you get back and you don't have that shit, you fail.
All right.
I'm talking about I sprint back, bro. I sprint back with 20 minutes, right? I was about 5 clicks or 7, 9 clicks away from the end point, right? Nigga, I sprint the whole fucking way. I got there
Yeah.
in 10 minutes to spare, bro.
Yeah.
When I got there, all right, check my points. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Boom. You got 4 points out of 5. I could have got 5 points. But
You ain't had time though.
if I had tried to push and go get the other point, I would have less time to make it back. And why would I wanna risk fucking not passing land nav? Because land nav, you want to do it one time. You don't want to do it 2 times. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I'm like, you know what? Let me just sacrifice. I'm good to go. You know what I'm saying? And I just ran back, bro, with the 4 points, bro. And I passed. And that being said, once you do that, that's an all day event, right? Night and day. Because once you start land nav, you start in the night and then going to the day. So that's the night and day event. You know what I'm saying? And the next day, we gotta do the rock march, bro. You know what I'm saying? To Derby and shit, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know how miles out. They say it was 12 miles. They say it was 15 miles. I don't fucking know. I just know, bro, I was walking for 3 days.
Three
Because
days.
land navigs, think about it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
PT
Yeah.
test, the 5 mile run, plus you
Yeah.
walking the whole time in the woodlines for
Yeah.
land nav. Now you doing my feet hurt, bro.
Yeah.
And you not getting that much sleep into those events. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We did the rock march up there. Some guys fucking didn't make it because they got heat cat and stuff. It wasn't much guys. It was when I went to Ranger School, it was in August, so it was hot. It was hot in Fort Bennett. So guys got heat cat. As soon as we got to Darby, bro, these guys give us a fucking a shot, a fucking ass cheeks, bro. I don't know what this fuck that was. Nigga, I'm like, that's the worst time to give us a shot, nigga. I mean, they give us that same shot in basic training.
Yeah.
Remember that shot?
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So my whole side, you know what I'm saying, is numb and stuff like that. Guys are limping off, but we got to walk this shit off. You know what I'm saying? We in Ranger School. We did Derby phase, bro. I failed Derby phase, bro.
Hmm.
When I said I'm breaking brush, bro, I failed Derby phase. And I'm telling myself, bro, I'm not gonna make this. Like the devil or somebody, they stopping me from trying to progress in Ranger School to the next phase. You know what I'm saying? So when they told me I was a no-go, bro, I gave up, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I gave up. You know what I'm saying? I gave up. I sat by the tree and I said, I'm done, bro. I'm done with the army. I'm done with everything, bro. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm fucking done, bro. I
Yeah.
can't do this shit no more. Like, I'm failing. I'm not, can't do this shit. You know what I'm saying? So when they brought me in, when the first time came talk to me, I'm like, first time, man, I can't do this shit, bro. I quit. He gave me a fucking high speed goddamn speech, bro. And
Hmm.
that shit just got me back to where I needed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's like, look, I'm gonna go back in there. You're gonna come knock on the door in 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and you're gonna tell the CEO you want to get back into training. No shit, bro. Knock on the door, boom, boom, boom. The CO, you know what I'm saying? I told him the first round, he and the first rounder did their little talk before I came in there, you know what I'm saying? They already knew they was gonna give me a second chance, you know what I'm saying? So this the CO gave me a second chance, and thank God they didn't let me do a Darby insert,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
Darby insert is you go back to day one. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Where you got to do the PT test, the 5 mile
Walk
run, all
all
that
the
shit
way
over.
back in. Yeah, bro.
Bro, nah, they didn't let me do none of that shit. I just had to start from where I left off as, which is Derby phase, which is patrolling. Derby phase is patrolling. You know what I'm saying? So I had to wait in Derby phase for like 2 weeks, waiting for the other class to come into Derby phase. So when the other class come into Derby phase, we insert into them, and I passed Derby phase. I passed patrol, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty good for me. And then I moved on to the next phase, which is mountain phase. Mountain phase was a little stressful, bro, because we got there. It was raining as hell up there in the mountains, and these guys was giving us like a layout in the rain. We doing the layout in the rain, bro. The colonel came talk to us. You know what I'm saying? He's like, look, my RIs don't have time to smoke you. I'm telling you, the mountains are gonna do it for us.
Yeah.
And I got to understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I understand what the colonel was saying when he said the mountain is gonna do it for us. My
Yeah.
man, when I'm telling you, like those mountains will smoke you, doing patrolling up there, doing taking contact in the mountains, all that shit, running up and down the mountains with your rucksack, and it was a mess, bro. It sucks, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
somehow, by God grace, bro, it was cold in those fucking mountains. And it was summertime, bro, and it was
Yeah.
freezing up there for some reason.
Yeah.
And imagine all uniform, you rain it rained on you, and that shit sticking onto you and you cold.
Right.
That shit suck. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It's
So
miserable.
that's what you miserable, bro, and you tired, and you climbing those big ass mountains. So I think it's mountain phase, and you sleepy and you hungry.
Yeah.
That's the hard part of ranger school that a lot of people could not pass that fucking. They could not pass that level. You know what I'm saying? It sucks,
Yeah.
and I almost didn't make it, bro. In
Yeah.
mountain phase, bro. Again, it was a bad day because it was raining. Right, made my hole and a bunch of water. And the RI, after you do your patrol, the RI would come with his little notebook and he would call the student one by one to tell them if they're no go, they'll go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he called me over. You know what I'm saying? He told me I'm a no go and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I go back to my whole G. I'm crying, bro. I'm
Yeah.
crying. I'm fucking tears coming out my eyes. The chaplain came to the hole. A few guys got no go. They was crying. And people gonna be like, damn, why you crying? I'm crying because it sucks.
Yeah.
Nobody want to do this shit
It's just
again.
miserable. Yeah.
It's miserable. I'm cold. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Nobody wants to do this phase again, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm crying, bro. Tears coming out my eyes. My fucking foot is wet. Wet socks. I'm standing in water. And I'm like, damn, I got to do this again. But what I had to do is just another patrol. I didn't have to
Yeah.
do the phase again.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm like, I just wanted to so I
Be
could
done.
relax and help be done and help somebody else get their go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That was a little stress, man. So the chaplain kind of prayed for me. He's like, you're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? That's part of Ranger School. So I just stuck with it, man. And you know, going to Ranger School as a private, it's easy for you. I was
Yeah.
going to this bitch as a PFC, so it's easy for a PFC than it is for a lieutenant. You know what I'm saying? Because being in a lieutenant role or a platoon sergeant role, planning is harder. It's more stuff you got to do. You know what I'm saying? So I got my goal on platoon sergeant actions on. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? All the RI grade me on was no, I'm lying. I got two goals on that bitch the second round. I got go on platoon sergeant actions on and squad leader, which is crazy. Because
Yeah.
the first time I didn't get no I didn't get no goals, but the second part I got two goals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me with the platoon sergeant actions on, you know what I'm saying? You just got to make sure you got accountability of all your guys. You know what I'm saying? And where the RI grade you on, which is actions on, it was medevac. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you got that nine line and all that shit that happened. The nine line, how the birds come in because they wanted you to guide the helo in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me break that down. Let me break that down for you. You probably don't even understand what I'm saying, but I know you're a smart guy, so you'll understand what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So the reason why I said they wanted the helo to come in a certain way. So let's say we in the woodlines this way, right? And we got the casualty, right? You don't want the helo to come in. It doesn't matter what kind of helo coming in. It was a 40, it was a Chinook or a Black Hawk, right? So let's say you want them to come in a certain way. You be like, okay, coming east to west, doors west, if that makes sense. I'm just making an
Door, you
example.
say doors west.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
want when the helo land, you want the door that's open where the casualty is
To
facing
be fair.
you. You don't
Right,
want it to
right,
be yeah. So they kind of teach us how to do that. You don't want the helo to just land and you gotta run around
right,
to
right,
bring
right,
the
right.
casualty. You want to just go and just put the casualty right into the bird. You know what I'm saying? They was wanting to know like when you counted in your man coming into the patrol base, as the platoon sergeant, you need to know your head count. You know what I'm saying? So they grade you on that too to make sure you got the right count. You know what I'm saying? And as a squad leader, how they grade me as a squad leader, they point on the map. They point on the map and they like, where are you? You know what I'm saying? So you need to know at all times
Where you? Yeah,
while we moving, you need to know where you at all times. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of easy for me because when he pointed at me where we was at, we was actually by a stream. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That was like fuck, 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 fuck. But the whole time while we was planning, we had all the routes already we already wrote we draw everything on the map. You know what I'm saying? With a,
mm-hmm.
with a, with a, with a, with a marker. So all the squad leaders, the lieutenant, and the platoon sergeant had a map, and everything was kind of brought into it. So when he said where you was at, I knew we was next to a stream, right?
It was
And so
easy to
when I seen
find.
yeah, so it was easy to find in the map. When I seen the stream, I'm like, okay, it was right there. All right, cool. All right, let's
Yeah,
go. So I had my go on that. You know what I'm
and
saying?
this is all in mountain phase.
All this shit is in mountain phase, bro. All this shit
Yeah,
is in mountain phase. You know what I'm saying? So we clean up gear, you know what I'm saying? Like every other phase, once you graduate the phase and you going on to the next phase, you gotta clean up the gear for the next students that's coming in. You know what I'm saying? So we did that, we cleaned the gear up, we jump on the bus came, we eating. The crazy part about it is I was not airborne. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
wasn't airborne. So which is cool because we going to Florida. So the guy that's airborne qualified, they had to jump into Florida.
yeah,
These motherfuckers ain't getting no sleep. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So where we was at, I don't remember. I think it was 8 hours, 7 hours, or some shit like that. Bus ride going to Florida.
yeah.
So all the guys that was non-airborne, we get to sleep on a big ass bus going to Florida. You know what I'm saying?
And they
So
got to get on the plane to go to Florida.
yeah, so being a leg ranger was pretty good for me because I got to sleep. You know, we got to ride the bus, and the guy that was airborne qualified, they had to go jump into Florida and shit like that. So, they didn't get no sleep. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Yeah. So when we got to Florida, Florida was a little bit more relaxed. It was really bit more grown man status. The RI was they was treating us like grown man because they expect us once we get there, we ready got out of the Derby phase, we got out of the mountain phase, now we got to Florida. They don't expect to babysit us. We should know what the fuck to do. You know what I'm
right.
saying? We got there, they they identify who the PL is gonna be, who the platoon sergeant is gonna be, who the squad leader is gonna be, and who the team leader is gonna be. And then they start giving us what you know what I'm saying, what the what we was gonna do, you know what I'm saying? Which was like getting settled into the barracks and stuff like that and all the events that we was gonna do, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
they give all to the squad leaders, the PL, they push it down and we kind of divvy down the work like that. You know what I'm saying? And we got into Mount Florida phase. Florida phase was pretty cool though. I'm not gonna lie. Florida phase was real interesting. That was probably one of the best phase in Ranger School because, like I said, the RIs. I keep saying drill song for some reason. The
yeah.
RIs treat us like they treat us like grown men. And again, I fucked up in Florida phase again, bro.
All three phases, you fuck it up.
Oh my God, bro. So what happened was in Florida phase, bro. I'm talking about crush Florida phase, G. Crushed it. Like I got two goals. You know what I'm saying? I had two squad leader spots where they were grading me, and the first time when I was there, crushed it. My peers was 8%. You know what I'm saying? As you know, I'm a good people person, working with people and stuff like that. So my peers, it wasn't nothing. I never had anything to worry about, being a blue falcon. Everybody loved me because I always helped everybody to get their goal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I failed because when we was going to the Weaver, you know what I'm saying, brought extra uniform. So we had to bring, I think, 4 pairs or 5 pairs of uniform, right? I think I brought 6. You know what I'm saying? So I brought extra pairs of uniforms. So because I didn't want to have no dirty uniform in my bag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So me, a Marine, and another Air Force dude, I think we brought extra uniforms. So when we went through the Weaver to the swamp, and the RIs made us change the old uniform, we tossed that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because those bitches were so muddy and heavy. Putting that bitch in the ruck is gonna make your shit more heavier. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, why would I want to carry this shit when I already brought more than what I was due? So even if the RIs that did a layout, I still had the packing list. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just brought an extra so I could toss that bitch and I could have clean uniform in my bag, in my rucksack. You know what I'm saying? So the RI that was in the wreck coming up, he saw the uniform. I don't know why we were so stupid to throw the uniform where the RI is gonna be at. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
saw the uniform, he collected the uniform and he was like, hey, who uniform are those? So we didn't want to fuck nobody, bro. We took accountability. Hey, sorry, it was mine. He brought us to the side. He told us we're gonna get recycled. So but the
Damn.
thing is, this motherfuckers recycled us in Florida phase, and they kept us. We went through the whole class, bro. It's not like they recycled us and they sent
Yeah.
us back. They made us complete the whole shit until those other guys graduated and go back to Banning to graduate, and we had to start over. So I had to stay an extra 2 weeks in Florida, bro, because I
Mm.
recycled. I had to do the whole phase over again, bro, and I
Yeah.
crushed it. Fucking crushed it again. Two goals, 80% peers. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I almost lost it again.
Bullshit.
I almost lost it again, bro. I'm not gonna get all deep into it. I got in a fight with a lieutenant in Ranger School. Um, he was being a blue falcon to one of the other guys, you know what I'm saying? So I stand up for the other guy. A long story short, you know what I'm saying? The first time I told the LT, hey, if we're gonna kick him out, we gotta kick you out. So he was like, nah, I don't want to go through that. I just want to graduate and go to my unit. So everything was crushed right there as men in the wood lines. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
It was crushed right there as men. It didn't go no further than that. It was just like, hey, you fucked up, you got your ass whooped. That's it. You know what I'm saying? He took it on the chin, you know what I'm saying? We keep on going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, bro, so it's a part in Florida phase where you get birds. It's a mission where you get birds, like helicopters and shit, to do an assault mission, right? Air assault mission. But the pilots bring you pizza. They bring you all type of food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the RI's telling us, you know what I'm saying? You guys could eat. You guys could, it was a big fucking mission, one of the biggest missions that you're gonna do in Ranger School. So they're like, hey, get filled up, eat your food and stuff like that. So, gee, I ate up all my fucking MREs, bro.
Yeah.
Decent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sloppy Joe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Candy. I'm starving. I'm like, hell yeah, nigga. I stuffed down like three. I think I felt like two, three MREs in my stomach, bro. Man, the rain started falling, bro. The weather
Yeah.
is the
Miserable.
RI came, miserable. The RI came to us, and that we don't even care about the misery because we've been going through the misery for so long already. We know how to set up a poncho, how to kind of like when the rain fall, how to keep ourselves dry at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're not even caring about the rain. The rain is my least worry right now. You know what I'm saying? So he came, he was like, hey, we not getting the birds. So that means I'm not getting the food, G. I got no more
Yeah.
food left, bro. We
You done
got two
ate
more
all your
days left.
MREs.
I ate all my MREs. We have no fucking food left, bro. And we have 2 more days before we go back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then he was like, hey, we got to take trucks to the objective because the helicopters are not coming. It's bad weather. They're not coming. Everybody like, fuck, you know what I'm saying? Some guys didn't really eat all their food. Some guys had food. Gee, I had nothing left, bro. I
Yeah.
don't even have crumbs in my motherfucking rucksack, bro. I'm hungry as
Yeah.
fuck. Nigga, I'm starving. Like, me and this SF dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I don't think I'm gonna make it, G. Like, I'm drinking Sears Sport and water, mixing the Sears Sport, drinking it to get energy, you know what I'm saying? And we was doing this one mission where we was walking on the beach, and G, I got my rucksack on my back, and I'm carrying a 240, and I'm carrying that bitch like this, right? I went to my knees, G. I saw I was gonna pass out. I go to my
Yeah.
knees. I say, look, somebody take this fucking 240
Yeah.
off of me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They
And you
took the
starving.
240 off. Yeah, they took the 240 off. They gave me a fucking info and shit. Cause at this point, my squad, we tight. You know what I'm saying? We tight as fuck. We helping each other out, right? So, you know, The SF dude like, bro, what we gonna do? So this nigga told me like, hey, bro, let's eat toothpaste. Nigga, I ate toothpaste.
Toothpaste.
So really, what he was telling me, eat the toothpaste, put it in my mouth, is gonna trick my brain to let my brain think like I'm eating. So it would take my mind off of being hungry, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole time, bro, we went on ambush, and I got the little toothpaste, the little tube, and I'm just eating the toothpaste, bro. And somehow I made it through the night, bro. I was just drinking water, water, share sports, water, water. Think about it, bro. For 2 days, nigga, I'm drinking
Yeah.
water and eating toothpaste.
Yeah.
I'm starving, bro. I'm starving, bro. I'm
You fat
hungry, bro.
for real.
So that, the last little walk we did back to the camp, you know what I'm saying? That was the last patrol before everybody, we graduate. Everybody know they gotta go at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just gotta do that last little actions on going back. So there was guys that didn't get goals, and the RIs were kind of helping them out. So we was doing missions on the way back. You know what I'm saying? So we was getting hit with like sim rounds and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So the RIs could kind of help guys to get their goal. That worked. Most of the guys got their goal. I think it was like one or two guys didn't get got no goals, but for most of it, everybody got their goal. Man, we got back and we got something called a dog X. When we got back, they had like a whole feast, my nigga, of hot dogs, fucking burgers, fries. Gee,
Yeah.
keep in mind, we haven't had a meal like that for a long time.
Yeah.
Your fucking stomach like this small. Nigga, I got back, I'm
Yeah.
hot dog burgers,
Yeah.
I'm drinking Sprite Coke, nigga, I puked everything
Yeah.
out.
I bet you did. Shit.
Bro, I puked everything out, bro. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like they had like big ass pancakes, bro. I'm putting the syrup on that bitch cause I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm eating everything in this
Yeah.
motherfucker. Bruh, I went outside, I started feeling sick. I'm going to the medic. I'm like, I'm sick. He's like, yeah, you ate too much, bro. Your stomach. I went out there, stopped puking, but once I puked out, I felt better. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Once I puked it out, I felt better. And then from then, bro, we was getting ready to go back to Fort Benning to graduate. And it wasn't no starving after that. The RI were not yelling at us.
Yeah.
It was not nothing. They look at us like we are tabs now.
Y'all
You know what
Rangers
I'm saying?
now.
Yeah, we Rangers now. We got on tab. And everybody, all the guys from Ranger Regiment, all the different units, we all cool, we happy, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn,
Yeah.
bro, we did this shit. Everybody happy, you know what I'm saying? Waking up early in the morning, you gotta wear clean uniforms, we're gonna go eat breakfast. So the day comes for the bus. Now we got to get the bus to go back to training. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for graduation and stuff like that. That was probably one of the best moment of my life, bro. The
Nah,
best
for
moment of my
sure.
life is when we got off the bus and it was like another 2 days because I think we graduated on a Friday. When we got back and they gave us the little brown packet and it got the Ranger orders and it say, blah blah blah, Ranger Carllie Paul,
Yeah.
completed Ranger school. He got his Ranger tab, 11 Bravo V. It's the
Oh
11
yeah.
Bravo V on there. I'm like, damn, bro, I got my Ranger tab. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My head
Made it,
big now.
nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
Made it.
I made
Nigga, you made
it.
it. Shit.
So I made it. I'm like, damn, I got my tab. You know what I'm saying? So we all have an email where anybody could reach anybody in the army.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I sent it to first on Copperidge. I reached out to him. When I took a picture with my tab, I sent it to him. He was like, hell yeah. I even sent it to the CO. He never replied. I
Yeah.
sent it to the CO that put me in the front
Of course.
of the battalion, right? And I sent
Yeah.
him the tab when I was in radio school. When Diggs would put in my tab, I took the tab pic I sent to him. He saw the
Yeah.
email, but he never said nothing. He like,
Of
damn, you
course.
know what I'm saying?
That's a
I did it. You know what I'm saying?
moment, bro.
Yeah, first on conference was real proud of me, man, because he's like, damn, this motherfucker actually went and did that shit and shut everybody up. You know what I'm saying? So even my LT, you know what I'm saying, he heard about the story. And he was real proud of it. He was like, Lieutenant Haskins, man, I
Yeah.
think is Major Lieutenant Colonel Haskins right now. Real good guy, man. That guy gave me a chance to go to Ranger School. He believed in me. He was a real stud. And he believed in me and Biggs, you know what I'm saying? And he gave me a chance, bro. It's like one of the guys in the army that I would always say, no matter what, bro, like Lieutenant Haskins at the time, which is Lieutenant Colonel Haskins right now. He gave me a chance, bro. And I will always say, like, he was like, and some scandal came out in the army, like he was racist. I'm like, hell no, that guy ain't racist.
Yeah.
You know how he is, bro.
Lieutenant
His
Haskins is
his
a good dude.
He's a street. He's all about the army. He's all about being high speed. So I could understand how he probably came off, and all the pokes thought like, he was racist, but he's not, bro. He's
He
not a
just a
racist guy at
blunt
all.
dude. He a real blunt dude. You know what I'm
He's a real
saying?
blunt dude, tough guy, came from SF, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And this is just how he is. And I never looked at him as racist. He's a really good guy.
Me
He
neither.
supported me. He supported me when I graduated. He was there for me. He pushed me to go to Ranger School, you know what I'm saying? He was proud of me, and he looked at me as a brother, when I graduated, and he always knew that I had the blood of a warrior in me, you know what I'm saying?
My boy then graduated Ranger School. You got your tab. How did that accomplishment change the way others saw you, the way you carried yourself, and the way you led soldiers?
Man, so before we graduated Ranger School, right? The RIs gave us a speech before we went down to the pond to graduate. They were like, "Hey, man, that tab is a big responsibility." I didn't understand what it was. Now they're like, "Look, you're gonna get a lot of hate for it, but people can't hold you back with that tab. A tab opened a lot of doors. When people look at you, they're gonna expect you to carry the weight of
Yeah.
everything because you got that tab. You should know
Yeah.
every fucking thing." So they were like, a lot of people gonna hate you that don't have a tab that's high ranking on you. And I saw what they were talking about when I got back into my unit and into the army. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but me having that tab, bro, I felt like Iron Man, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I felt like, and no disrespect to you or anybody else, G. You know what I'm saying, in the army. It's just like when you have that fucking tab on your shoulder, you don't see nothing else. Like if I don't see you with a tab, like I don't want to listen to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I don't see you with a Ranger tab, like when we graduate Ranger school, the RI told us, they're like, hey, you're gonna go back to your unit and you're gonna see your first sergeant or your platoon sergeant or your squad leader without a tab, and you're not gonna want to listen to it. But he said, Ranger, listen to them because even if you know you're better than them, listen to them because you can still get in trouble. They're still more high ranking than you. And I was already a cocky motherfucker. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So when I got back, bro, I see like I don't even want to talk to you. Like you don't have a range tab, bro. Why are you even telling me what to do? I don't want to
Yeah.
talk to you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like that's how I was, and I'm sorry, bro. I was just that type of person. So that's why when I was in Ranger school, the bad boys loved me because of my personality and the way I carry myself. The same way I carry myself is how these dudes carry themselves. Gee, these
Yeah.
guys was cocky. They don't see nobody else but themselves. They think they're better than everybody. And no disrespect to anything. It's just because of the training and the title that you hold. You know what I'm saying? So they were like, Paul, man, why don't you go to bat? I was like, what? Like, man, you're right. I never thought about it like that because my mind was so locked on the tab. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't really thought about Ranger Regiment. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah. But the whole time I'm so happy I got my tab. Like I ain't even got to that phase yet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So when I graduated and I got back to Bennett, Biggs was like, hey, I'm going to bat. So, when Big said that, I'm like, I want to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And yeah, man. So when I put in the 4187 and we, did our thing and we went over on main post to 75th and we went to RASP, that really opened my eyes, man, to like, damn, like this is what I want to fucking do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I want to be a ranger. I want to go a step further through the tab and I want to get my I want to deploy with these guys. I want to have my 10 beret. I want to be a 75th. I want to be with SOCOM. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to be a ranger, but I never had
Long
the
story short,
intentions.
long story short, bro was hood. It's like bro got that tab. Bro was so hood, dog. He was
Bro,
hood.
man, I was cool. You know what I'm saying? I was super cool, man. I wanted to be like, I never really had the intentions of being SF. I just wanted to be a ranger, bro. Like that's it. I
Yeah.
wanted to be a ranger. When I got to Ranger Regiment to the RAS phase, we kind of understand what Regiment did, and I wanted to do that shit so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to do that shit. The guys that I was around was so high speed. They was all motivated. Everybody was PT stud G. Like when I'm
Yeah.
talking about like, when we in the platoon, you got guys that's not good at PT. Imagine you in a platoon with everybody is fucking PT studs.
Everybody.
Every fucking body
Yeah.
is PT stud. Not being a PT stud is not allowed. Like it's not allowed. You get your ass fucked up. So you're around a bunch of guys that's competing with each other, a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, bro, that's where I want to fucking be. And I passed the whole RAS, bro. I got in trouble again. I got in trouble again the last fucking day, G. Like,
Yeah.
I'm talking about everybody shaving their tan berets.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we just got to do the PT test. And then that same afternoon, well, the morning we do the PT test, right? and then the afternoon we're gonna go to the airfield, graduate. We get a 10 beret, and then I had to go to airborne school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My dad was supposed to come to my graduation and everything, bro. Tell me how I got in trouble and got kicked out, bro.
Yeah. What happened with
I
that?
got kicked out. Bro, long story short, I got into it with a female, some female shit.
Yeah.
You know, I love the females, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got into it, bro. You know what I'm saying? The MPs came. They locked my ass up. You came to try to get me out. They lock your
Yeah.
ass up too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the crazy part about it, Regiment did not want to let me go, bro, because the whole time throughout RAS, bro, I was such a good fucking performer, and the instructors loved me so bad because of my attitude, because of my ambition, and being like so cool and like want to get it. Like that's the kind of people they're looking for in Regiment. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? At the time, I don't know what they're looking for now, but my attitude and the way I was carrying myself, I swear to God, every ranger that I known and I came across had that fucking attitude. Biggs is the only ranger I seen that was cool, calm. But Biggs got his moment when he was getting pissed off
Yeah.
and shit. But Biggs was the only dude I saw that was calm and collected. Like, whatever. You know, Biggs was always like, whatever. You know, he didn't really care about a lot of shit. He was just like a real
Everything was
cool,
whatever the
nonchalant.
bigs.
Yeah, Big was like the type of guy I wouldn't want to fuck with because he was always quiet and shit. That's the
Yeah.
guy, if you go off, he's gonna set it up. But Big's always like, I always admire that guy, just the way how he control himself, the way how he be so calm, man. I'm like, damn, Big, how the fuck you be so calm? I be ready to fucking break shit, kill shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know
Right.
how I am, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, they kicked my ass out, man. And the RIs was the instructor was so cool. They were like, look, man, we don't want to do this shit, but you know, they're like, something they got to do. Ranger Regiment don't fuck around, bro. And then they were like, hey, you could come back. I'm like, man, fuck, man, I got to do all
Yeah.
this shit over again.
Yeah.
I just can't get right, G. Like,
Nah. For
it's like
sure.
it's like damn. It's like every time I try to do something, bro, it's something, and it was nothing to do with me performing, nothing to do with the regiment, nothing
Some
like that.
outside shit.
It was some outside shit, bro. That just fucked me over, bro. But who knows? That shit probably saved my life. I probably would have went to regiment, went to Afghanistan, got killed or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You never know. I always feel like the way how shit works, you know what I'm saying, it's just the way how your life turned out to be. You know what I'm saying? But it was some goofy shit, bro.
Yeah.
And
So
I don't blame nobody but myself. Just want to clear that
to
up. I blame myself. You know what I'm saying?
add a little context to what bro talking about. He called me. He was at the MP station, bro. I'm feeling like I'm a big dog now because I didn't got I'm a sergeant now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Bro called me like, man, I'm down here at the MP station. You know what I'm saying? Old girl and woo woo woo. So I try to interject and go like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on my way down there, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I show up like, hey, this is one of my guys. You know what I'm saying? He one of our soldiers. I'm Sergeant Moore. You know what I'm saying? They was like, let me see your ID,
So now they're
bro. I
thinking you're impersonating.
I give Buddy my ID. Man, he talking about some put your hands behind your back, bro. You know what I'm saying? Impersonating the NCO. He locked me up.
In the
The
same
platoon.
cell now.
Now look, he called a platoon sergeant. The platoon sergeant like, hey, I'm Sergeant First Class, such and such. You know what I'm saying? He not lying. He is an NCO. They let me go. So when we get mad, bro, I think like, nigga, I'm looking this boy all up in his face, dog. You know what I'm
And I'm
saying?
snapping. And the whole time I'm snapping in the cell.
Yeah. Like, bro, I come down here and tell you that I'm an NCO. You don't believe me, but somebody call you on the phone and say they an NCO. You take his word for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that had me hot, bro. On everything.
When you guys left, they still had me in the cell, bro. So they had to call the NCOs at 75th. You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah,
came and got me and shit. You know what I'm saying? Staff duty, NCO, 75th Ranger Regiment Ken got me, you know what I'm saying? And then the next morning, I had to go see the commander of RASP and shit. And yeah, bro, they gave me the boot, bro. They're like, hey, you got to go, but you can come back, though. They were like, oh, you can
man.
come back next month, but you got to go. I'm like, man, fuck, I done did all this training, bro. I'm tired.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because keep in mind, G, when I graduated school, if I'm not mistaken, I had a month. Me and Biggs had a month, and then we went straight into RASP.
yeah,
So my body tired. I've been in training for months, bro. I'm fucking tired. I got recycled a few times in Ranger School. You know what I'm saying? I done went to RAS, did the whole fucking training. The last day I got kicked out. I got the boot, nigga. My body hurt. I just want to go to a unit and just chill.
you get kicked out of RAS, they let you go, give you the boot.
Yeah.
How did Fort Bliss come about?
Man, so I didn't know what my next move was. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm lost at this point because my whole motivation, everything I was focused on regiment. So I didn't have anything in my head like what unit I want to go to or where my next path in the army was going to be, right? I'm hard broke. I'm dragging my feet, my head down. I don't know. I'm lost. You know what I'm saying? So when I went back to the unit, that's when I was talking to you and shit. And you always got a plan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So then you were like, bro, I'm going to Bliss. And they going that unit, I'm going to 1.1, they going to Afghanistan. I'm like, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'll go. I want to go.
yeah,
So you know what I'm saying? So that's how like I got another purpose of that's when my purpose come about of what else I want to do in the army. I call fucking HR, which is my Ranger branch. I fall in the Ranger branch. I didn't fall in the infantry branch no more. I call Ranger branch. The guy was pretty cool. It was pretty easy. He didn't give me no hard time. He's like, where you want to go? And in the army at this point, if you tell a motherfucker you want to deploy, they have no, you want to deploy, no
yeah,
problem. Sure.
yeah,
Oh, go ahead. It's your funeral. So he didn't have a problem cutting me orders. He cut me pinpoint orders to go to fucking to Fort Bliss 141 that was deploying, man. So that was pretty good. So I didn't even have when I went back to the unit, I was clearing and going to Bliss. It was no
yeah,
sitting around. It was just clearing and taking my ass to Bliss.
man. Bro came back, dog. He's like, man, they kicked me out of RAS, but shit, bro was mad as hell, bro. Man, I kept it a bean with bro. I'm like, man, bro, you black dog. Like, it's not many of us
Yeah,
in Ranger Battalion. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that
it's
is
probably a
true. That
blessing
is
in
true.
disguise. Like,
Yeah, that is true
bro,
though.
it's probably a blessing in disguise, nigga. We can go to Fort Bliss. They finna deploy. We can go get this money, dog.
You know what I'm
The war
saying?
going on 10 years. Like, ain't nothing going on over there. Let's go get these
And I'm
free
telling
bands.
you, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we're going to Bliss, we're going to Afghanistan. We don't know, and keep in mind, we don't know what part of Afghanistan we're going into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So we had this other guy named Tibbets in the unit. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So the whole time we was over there in the unit, the whole time I thought Tibbets was fucking crazy.
I definitely did.
Tibbets, Tibbets stay telling us stories about Afghanistan, but keep in mind, we've been to Iraq. We have a
Yeah,
CIB. Oh, Iraq, right? So
yeah,
we've been to Iraq. We never been to Afghanistan. Man, I'm telling you, I'm like, gee, man, Tibbet's full of shit, bro. Like,
yeah,
bro, we been to combat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fucking way Tibbetts was in a firefight for 10 hours, bro.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Two,
Every
three,
day.
5 fights a day. Ain't no way,
Every
dog.
day, every day, Tibbetts
Ain't
said
no
they had
way.
it. I'm like, man, how the fuck Tibbetts must be telling us a goddamn lie. I'm like,
Yeah,
man, you don't even hear. And at that time, you was not hearing about Afghanistan. All you was hearing was Iraq, Iraq,
yeah,
Iraq. The army was focused on Iraq, right? So we thinking, I'm thinking Afghanistan is like they doing probe shit out there,
yeah,
fob security and shit. What shit, boy? We was in for a
yeah.
rude awakening, boy.
What? A,
Oof,
a
man.
real one. A real one.
I'm
I
telling you, bro, we either gonna go out there and be fobbits, fucking eating fucking night chow, getting fat, doing tower guard, or
yeah.
we gonna go out there and do a job.
You got your orders to go to Fort Bliss. You know they deploying, but when you got to Fort Bliss, when did you find out you were deploying?
Well, keep in mind, remember, we know Bliss was deploying already back in
Yeah,
Bennett. Remember
yeah,
that, right? But I'm thinking when I got there, they was deploying like a couple months later. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I ain't know they was gonna put me on Advon. And then 2, 3 days later, I'm on a
yeah,
plane going to Afghanistan. I'm like,
yeah,
what the
bro.
fuck?
Yeah,
So as soon as I got there, bro, I'm talking about didn't even have time to get assigned a barracks room. They was like, you don't even need that shit. Put your shit in storage.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? As soon as I got there, I came there, EFO, TAB, CIB already. You know what I'm saying? Sergeant Major was like, hey, you going to the scout platoon. You know what I'm saying? So they assigned me to the scout platoon. I was a DM over there, designated marksman. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I got there, they were like, "You on Advon?" So Advon, for the people that don't know, is before the whole unit deploy. We the one that go out there and get established so the unit could come in. So I was on that, and when I got to Afghanistan, it was nothing like I expected, bro.
what was different about Afghanistan compared to Iraq?
First of all, I was not mechanized infantry. Even if we was in a mechanized, if we was in an armored division, that Pacific battalion we was in, it was light infantry. I don't know how they did that. Maybe they did that because we was going to Afghanistan. So like, fuck it, let's just turn these motherfuckers light. They don't have no Bradleys, right? So
Yeah,
when I was in Iraq, we had Bradleys and Humvees and shit. We had nothing. We was walking. We was light, right? So that was another big difference right there. And plus, when we got there, man, like it was nothing like I expected because once we logged into the fob, it was incoming every day. Incoming, incoming, incoming,
Yeah.
incoming. Mortar fire coming in. Like, God damn, this shit is fucked up. And the whole time when we got in, everybody saying it was the worst part of Afghanistan was
Yeah.
RC East. I'm like, fuck it, RC East, man. Logar Province, man. Anybody listening that know about Logar Province, RC East, they know that shit was bad. If you
Yeah.
SF, special operations, regular infantry guys, the 10th Mountain guys, 173rd guys, we know the guy that was over there, the unit that was over there, right? So we got them, ain't nothing but incoming, incoming, incoming. I'm like, God damn. So we went, you know what I'm saying, got processed. The scout platoon, Advon, these guys are telling us, our first mission, we got on a Chinook and we went to Shark. I think we went to Shark or some shit on a mountain, bro. And they shouldn't have put us down early in the fucking morning on a helicopter. We was on an OP out there for a couple days, bro. And when I tell you we was taking contact G the whole fucking time, and this my first fucking time
Yeah.
taking so much fucking contact. Even if I've been to Iraq,
Yeah.
we took contact. I ain't never
It's
like
different.
small arms fire coming at me like crazy. You know what I'm saying? We getting shot
Yeah.
at, we getting shot at. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm still trying to get into the motion of getting used to the AO, getting used to like reacting to contact and shit like that, bro. That 10 days was fucking brutal, bro. I came back, I'm sunburned, I'm tired. I'm like, holy fuck. If this fucking if this fucking deployment is gonna be like that, I am gonna get hurt. There's no
Yeah.
way I'm gonna make it out this bitch without getting shot. That's when I talked to you and you were like, yo, what's going on out there? I said, bro, we're gonna be doing our job. He's like, what you
Yeah.
mean? And I'm telling you, I'm like, bro, Tibbets was fucking right, bro. Tibbets was
Yeah.
fucking right, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we getting our ass shot. Like, bro, you really gonna be doing your job as an infantryman. You really getting shot at every day. You know what I'm saying? You were like, what? I'm like, bro, this shit is ain't not gonna be easy, bro. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
I'm talking day
And
one.
Day one, bro, and that's when you came into country. When you
Yeah.
came into country, and what it is. The same day they send you off. They send you off the roadhouse.
Yeah. I was only at the fob 4 hours. They're like, yeah, you out of here
I'm
tonight,
thinking,
dog.
I'm thinking, me and you was gonna get a chance to go eat. We're gonna eat chow and shit. I'm like,
Nope.
all right, meet me at this time. We're gonna eat chow, nigga. You came back and be like, hey, bro, I'm getting on the M route. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You mean, nigga, you just got in? You're like, bro,
Man.
I'm going to some place called Roadhouse. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
you going to Roadhouse? I'm like, damn.
My first day
Yeah.
getting there, I go meet the CO and them. I go walk into the talk to the CO and them to let them know, like, hey, I'm, what I'm saying, Sergeant Moore, the new one in the company or whatever. Bro,
Yeah.
I walk in the talk, dog. Somebody is in the shit on the radio calling for air support, bro. They getting hit so hard out of their roadhouse. And I'm just thinking, I gotta go there. Yeah, bro. It was crucial,
But
bro.
I
No,
told
no
you,
shit.
I already told you, if you go in the Roadhouse, like that's a shithole, bro. Like
Yeah,
Taliban Central, like you take contact, no showers, no
yeah.
food, no power, no nothing, no
It was
internet.
miserable.
It's straight, just fucking tea berries or whatever the fuck y'all had out there, and the little tents and whatever y'all eating trash food. It's a suck fest, bro. No
Yeah,
showers, and I'm like, bro, you're gonna go through some shit out there, and you believe
yeah.
me. I mean, you saw the shit that you went through out there, bro.
Man, I learned real
I mean,
early that this shit was real out there, bro.
yeah. So, when you came back and y'all closed that cap down, closed that little cop down, I was happy as fuck, bro, because I
Yeah.
did not want to go out there, bro. That shit sucked.
What happened once you got your E5 down there?
So so once I got my E5 with the scouts, you know what I'm saying? There was nothing else for me to do in the scouts because I was a fresh E5, a buck sergeant, you know what I'm saying? So I needed my time on the line. I needed to be a line dog, you know what I'm saying? So like, hey, you're gonna be a line dog. So I'm like, all right, that shit bet. So didn't know that they had all our names, all the fresh E5s on the scout. They had our name in like a little fucking, like a little jar, right? And all the first sergeants had to be like, all right, I'm gonna take him. But you know, I had already did missions with the scouts with Charlie Company a few times. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the first sergeant knew me. I was tab. He had first dib. So he
Yeah,
took me, I'm tab. So of course he's gonna pick me. You know what I'm saying? So he
for
picked me.
sure.
So I was on leave. The scouts hit me up like, hey bro, you're not coming back to us. I'm like, what? Like, man, you're a line dog now. You know what I'm saying? You're going to Charlie Company Shark. I'm like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, keep in mind, Shark was like You know what I'm saying? It was bad. You know, we getting contact every day. You know, you getting shot at, you getting
Shark was
mortared.
one of them
You know,
ones.
yeah, you getting the whole 9 yards in shark. Like you getting everything. You know what I'm saying? So when I came back from leave, flew straight to shark, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Straight to shark, got in process. They put me in third platoon, and that was my home for the rest of the deployment, man. For the rest of the 7 months I had left. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying?
What
Yeah.
was it like living in Shark?
Oof, man. Shark was the place where it really changed me as a person, bro. It changed me as a person. It changed me as a soldier. And Shark was not an easy place to be in, bro. Like you have no place of peace.
Yeah.
And I felt like First Sean did what he did to kind of keep us like our mind in the game. That's why he was so hard on us. But beside that, you know, you getting shot at, you getting mortared. You can't be outside a certain time. You can't be lingering around if you're not
Yeah.
doing anything. You either gonna have to be in a bunker with full kit on, or you on patrol, or you on the OP.
Yeah.
It was that the pace was like that. And if you're on patrol, you doing four, at least five patrols a day. And every time you go out, you get in contact about three, four times.
Yeah. So early in the deployment, bro, you know what I'm saying? Guys taking contact real early in the deployment. This one was a little different than Sauter City. PFC
Hmm.
Bot. Do you remember that day with him?
Yeah, so I was not, you know what I'm saying? I was in the Scott platoon when Vac got killed. But like I said, we always used to go to Charlie Company and do like OPs and Overwatch for them and stuff like that. So, it was one of them days we was in the Shark Tank, man. We Bravo with Charlie Company, and Vac was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he was in first platoon, Charlie Company. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So they was doing like a regular fucking movement to contact patrol and Passenger Jack. You know what I'm saying? And they got hit. We on the mountain looking at them walking through Passenger Jack. They got hit. And long story short, bro, Vac got hit. From what I heard, he got shot in the head. You know what I'm saying? They was taking contact, a whole bunch of fucking contact. And the QRF, we was trying to aid them. You know what I'm saying? We had 240s out there. Our snipers was out there. So we fucking engaging fucking targets up on the fucking OP. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Trying to kind of give them a little leg room so they could kind of, move fall bound back, you know what I'm saying? But they was taking so much PKM fire to the point wherever Vac was at, I I'm not sure, but all I know is wherever he was at, he got shot in the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when that happened, these guys are getting contact. We trying to provide them with covering fire. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to fucking work on Vac. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? He got shot in the head. They trying to work on him, and they can't move, bro. They stuck.
Right.
So they trying to call a fucking a medevac. The medevac, they cannot move him to the cop. The medevac have to land right there where
Yeah.
they at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when First Sean tried to get a medevac, the medevacs, the big army guys was like, "We can't come. It's too much
Yeah.
contact. We can't come." He's like, "What the fuck you mean gonna come? Vac gonna die?" You know what I'm saying? The PJs came in with two fucking Black Hawk. These guys, the best of the fucking best. They came in under fucking fire, G. Keep in mind, these guys are still getting fucking fire,
Yeah.
PKM fire from the Taliban's. So when they came in, that shit was like a fucking movie. When they came in, one bird land and the other Black Hawk making fucking, I guess, Overwatch for the other bird, right? All I'm hearing is fucking just strafing everything. Plus, I think we had a couple F-15s and shit on station. And these guys were flying so low in the valley to the point when the F-15 flew by, the trees was fucking shaking, bro. That's how low the F-15 was. You know what I'm saying? They got Vac out. They got him on the bird. They got him out. I think Vac died. Like he died. He didn't even make it to the hospital. That's just
Yeah.
what. I was not like with them on the ground. Like I said, was on the OP providing fucking cover and covering fire for them while they was on the ground taking fire. You know what I'm saying? But he got shot in the head. He was one of the first guys to die in thinking in the whole battalion, I think,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
bro.
Bravo, Charlie Company was one of the first to take a casualty. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? KIA. You know what I'm saying?
May 25th, 2012. Staff Sergeant Louisa was KIA. Can you talk about that?
Yeah. Yeah. So man, it was and the crazy part, how Hassan Wizard kid got killed, bro. Um, it's so crazy how I felt was in that story and in his timeline the whole time he was alive to when he died. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy to me, and I still get chills from it because it could have been me that got killed that day. You know what I'm saying? So when we came off the mountain, the ways that flew in, because we was getting ready to leave. I think we had like 2, 3 months left in country. You know what I'm saying? I think we had the last 90 days in country. And Louisa came in, I guess, to do some paperwork with First Sergeant because Louisa was the representative, was who was gonna be the man of all of a fucking sensitive item and all of our shit going back to the rear. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So he had to come and do some shit with First Sergeant. I don't know what they were doing. So when we came back up to OP, we're like, damn, Louis, what the fuck you doing here? He's like, oh, I had to came back from the fob and shit, to do some stuff with First on. You know what I'm saying? So he like, I'm living tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? So when we got back, you know what I'm saying, somebody had to do SOG, and I had two NCOs. SOG with the NCO, and the NCO is gonna be on the raid cam, controlling the raid cam. So I got put on the raid cam and SOG. It was supposed to be Sean Johnson, but Sean Johnson, Louis was like, man, I know you tired and shit, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it for you. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't
Hmm.
got nothing to do until my bird come the next day, then that night. So he had a whole 24 hours with us. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
like, I'm just gonna fucking feed in for you. He's like, bro, I ain't got shit to do. I'm bored as fuck. So I'll do SOG, and you can go ahead and get some sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, fucking lucky you, because he ain't doing my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So me and Louisa in the top, man, we doing SOG. I'm looking at the raid cam. You know what I'm saying? Louisa is doing SOG. He's doing his round. He's talking to the guys. He on the radio. So put the raid cam on auto scan. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of fucking, you know what I'm saying? So I took a little break. I put that bitch on auto scan. I'm sitting down on the fucking chair in the back talking to the XO. So me and the XO somehow we always talking about Ranger School because he tab, I'm tab. We talk about Ranger School to make other motherfuckers feel stupid. Like, yeah, motherfucker, you ain't tab. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So we bullshitting about Ranger School stories and shit. You know what I'm saying? Luego walked in. You know what I'm saying? He walked in and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going like I'm talking to you as the shit is happening. You know what I'm saying? So he walked in to talk. I got off the chair and I went back on the red cam because I didn't want Louisa yelling at me and shit. Like, why you not on the red cam? You know what I'm saying? So I went back on the red cam. I'm fucking around with it, looking around. You know what I'm saying? He sat down in the same chair I was at. The same chair I was at. Louisa sat down in that motherfucker. And swear to God, soon as he sat down in the same chair that I was in, bro, fucking explosion happened. Thinking one of the fucking workers that was cleaning the porta john, we used to let the locals come clean over porta johns
Yeah.
and shit, right?
Yeah.
Thinking one of these motherfuckers threw a grenade in the top, bro. Blew and blew. I'm like, man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? The shit blew up. I'm talking about the whole shit came down. The fucking roof caved in, dust everywhere. Motherfuckers run outside. I ran outside. My weapon, I don't have my weapon. I don't have nothing, G. My PC fell off. Dust on my face. I'm all disorientated. My ears ringing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck happened. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So running. Second platoon lieutenant PL saw me running after some fucking guy. I was just running after some fucking the first fucking Afghan I seen. I'm chasing that motherfucker down. I'm about to beat his ass because I'm
Yeah.
thinking like, damn, this motherfucker running. He must have been the one that threw the grenade in the top. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And she's like, Paul, what the fuck are you doing? Get in the bunker. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, bro, we getting hit with recordless rifle rounds
Yeah.
coming in, coming in. I don't know how this motherfucker zeroed on the fucking top. They hit the fucking top. So I'm in the fucking bunker, right? I'm like, damn, I don't have my weapon, my shit, right? So I ran back in the top. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, Louisa he leaned over on the fucking chair. It was like one of them rolling chairs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
One of them black rolling chairs. He leaned over on that motherfucker. I'm like, damn, Louisa, when I seen that shit, bro, When I Luega slumped over, I leaned him over. I seen him leaned over. I'm like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
way this hit, bro, it's blood every fucking where, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen no shit like this, G. Like, I ain't never seen nobody fucked up like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm scared, don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Like screaming first time, first time, first time, first time, first time. First time, like, what happened? I'm like, man, I can't even talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
stumbling over my words and shit. He's like, what happened? I'm like, the Laser's in there. He's fucking hit and he's bleeding. Ran up in there with him. You know what I'm saying? He called, he tell me, go get the doc. I want to go get the medic. Then all the medics ran up in there. It was Swope. Swope was my guy, especially Swope. He was one of the guys, I think, one of the medic for second platoon. He ran up in there. Some of the medics from the H station ran up in there, and all medic ran up in there. Whatever medics I could have found, I'm like, first I need y'all in the talk. Louisa got hit. So then first I was like, if you're not a fucking medic, get the fuck out the talk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I got blood on my shit. Ran back into the bunker. Keep in mind, G, I still don't have my fucking weapon.
Yeah.
Then Louisa fucked up on the fucking chair. I'm in the fucking in the bunker, everybody asking me because nobody didn't know what happened. So they asking me because they know I was in there, right? So you know how it is. What happened? What happened? What happened? I'm like, bro, I ain't talking G. I'm in shock, my nigga. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Yeah.
Louisa got hit. He got a big old hole in his stomach. It's fucking. I ain't never seen blood that thick on the ground like that, on the floor like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what the fuck? I'm like, damn, Louisa got a hole in his stomach, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Platoon started running. It's chaos. I'm talking about completely chaos. When these
Of course.
motherfuckers hit the top, they knock all communication off. We cannot even call for fucking medevac, bro, for Louisa, bro.
Yeah.
Long story short, bro, Louisa, the way they had to bring Louisa in because we were still taking fire, they couldn't just run out with him. They had to, like the way our bunker was set up, you could walk through the bunker, run to another bunker, run to another bunker, and then run to the H station. That's the way we set it up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So they got Loaiza on a fucking one of them green stretchers. You know what I'm saying? Loaiza, they had him covered up because I guess they didn't want to show his wound to everybody. So they had him covered up. And I'm looking at it, looking at Loaiza and the man on the shit. I'm like, fuck, Loaiza is dead, bro. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And everybody's shocked. I'm talking about the whole company, the whole platoon is shocked. Where the bunker we was at, where they had Loaiza to kind of run to the next bunker when the incoming was coming, right? They didn't want to get hit, so they was kind of stalling for a little bit and then sprint to the next fucking bunker. You know what I'm saying? Talking about everybody face changing. That was a day. No cap, no bullshit, bro. No bullshit. Everything I love. That was a day. I think I got PTSD, bro.
Yeah. That's
That was the
tough,
day I
bro.
think like. That was the day I think like I don't know, bro. Something just clicked inside of me. Felt like I don't know, bro. I think that was a day. I think we all have a day when we feel like that was the day I my PTSD was like, okay, this is the day I got PTSD, dog. Like, bro, that shit fucked me up, bro. Somehow we had PJs. I don't know who we had PJs or we had JTEX. Yeah, we had JTEX on a cop, right? Keep in mind we cannot get in contact with anybody. So the JTEC, they have all this fucking technology. He managed to call for fucking medevac for Louisa. The bird came in. They put Louisa on the bird. So we thinking Louisa gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the whole platoon like, yeah, he gonna be all right. He got hit. He gonna be all right. So we went back into the mission continue as usual. You know what I'm saying? Everything continued as usual. They're trying to get the top back up. They flew some guys in to kind of help with them in the battalion to help get all the fucking communication back up on the top to kind of help the guys speed up the process, right? So they're doing that. The CEO was like, hey, he brought us all huddle in, you know what I'm saying? Because Louisa was assigned to our platoon. You know what I'm saying? He's like,
Yeah.
hey, it's about Louisa. So like, all right, he gonna tell us Louisa is good. He's like, hey man, Louisa passed away on the bird, bro. Like, damn. And then keep
Yeah.
in mind, G, I didn't fucking cry. I ain't
Yeah.
cry. Damn, Louisa passed away, bro. I don't know what happened, bro. That night when the CEO told us that shit, bro, everybody was asleep. I grabbed a cigarette, bro, and I just went in the back. I don't know what happened, bro. Maybe because like when the waiter sat in that chair and I was in that chair and seeing that as soon as I got up, he got hit in the chair, bro. And then I went back there, bro. I started crying, smoking a fucking Newport, bro, and I just started crying for some fucking reason, bro. Tears coming out my eyes, bro. At that point, bro, I just wanted to fucking go home, bro. I was
Yeah.
done with this deployment. I'm like, I'm done with this shit. I don't want to die out here, bro. I'm done with this shit. I want to fucking go home. Keep in mind, my bunk is right here. Louisa bunk is right here. That fucking night, I gave that man music off my iTunes and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Me and that man had like was the last person that was like did any kind of work with him before he passed away. So it kind of hit me harder because I felt like it could have been me. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And, I had my daughter at the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, bro, I almost did not. You know what I'm saying? Get to see my daughter, but I was crying, bro. And I felt for at some point, bro, I stopped crying. I'm like, damn, am I feeling sorry for myself? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, this is how it feel when you lose somebody, you know what I'm saying? This is the kind of pain you felt, you know what I'm saying? But I was just crying, bro. Like, damn, bro, like this shit is not a game, bro. Like, you really could get killed out here. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
it was bad, man. And when the wizard got killed, bro, G, that's when shit turned up. That's when the tempo turned up, bro. Like, I don't know what the
Yeah.
fuck happened. We start taking more contact. We start doing more patrols, like, bro. And it was the last 90 fucking
Yeah.
days.
Because they was moving that recordless rifle around the AO. We was taking fire from that.
Man, I'm talking about we run into bunkers. I ain't never seen a splash in a mortar fire like when it hit.
Yeah.
We're in a bunker, right? And I seen incoming come when the incoming come because we could hear the
Mm-hmm.
thump when that bitch lit the tube. When the Taliban shoot
Yeah.
that shit, we could
Yeah.
hear the
Yeah. You
thump.
heard.
Once
Yeah.
you hear that thump, everybody scattered. Like we used
Yeah.
to be smoking in smoking areas. You hear thump, everybody
Yeah.
running in
You know.
bunkers. You know what I'm saying? We're running the fucking bunker, bro. Where we was at by the bunker next to the MWR, it was like a little road, and they had like a big ass fucking concrete T barrier. We in the bunker, where the bunker is open. We looking out, bro. I seen a splash, two splash came.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. I'm like, damn, that's really mortar fire coming in, bro. That was the
Mm-hmm.
first time I've seen mortar fire actually direct. Like I actually seen it with
Yeah.
my own eyes. Like I seen mortar fire hit the aftermath, right? But that was the first time I actually seen that bitch come and hit the fucking road. Boom,
Yeah.
boom. It couldn't be no more than 60s, maybe 60s.
Yeah.
Because the splash was big, but it wasn't that much like a big ass splash. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers really like, and they were so accurate because the shit was falling right into the cop, bro. You know what I'm saying?
So like with your experience in combat, which one would you say was the scariest? IEDs or mortars?
Uh, fuck, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, I'd say IDs because in Afghanistan, they were setting IEDs up for us for
Yeah.
dismounts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We was getting hit with a lot of IEDs and stuff like that, dismount IEDs. So I say the IDs. I was scared of the mortar. I was not
Yeah.
scared of the mortars, but I was scared of that recorder's rifle. I was
Yeah.
petrified of that recorder's rifle because of what it did to Louisa, and just because just nothing that could really save you from that recorder's rifle. It go
Yeah.
through everything. It go through concrete. It
Yeah.
go those little shitty ass fucking shoes we was staying in. It rip through that shit like it's butter.
Yeah.
So you couldn't hide from that shit. You know what I'm saying? You would just hope that it just hits somewhere else and it don't fucking hit you.
You're in Afghanistan, bro. It's a lot of contact out there. Uh,
Yeah.
can you go into detail about a couple of those moments?
Louisa got hit. After Louisa got hit, you know what I'm saying? Everything ramped up. You know what I'm saying? With the company commander, you know what I'm saying? He ramped up us on patrolling, movement to contact. At that time when Louisa got hit, it was no more shaking hands. It was no more fucking talking to the locals. It was strictly infantry business. Like we're doing movement to contact. If we know there's a bunch of Taliban's over there, we're gonna do patrols over there, and we're gonna patrol till we take contact, till they
Mm-hmm.
start shooting at us. And that's all we was doing, man. And we was doing this shit like two platoons going out there at a time. And we went out there to really kind of do a movement to contact, but the LT was just gonna play it off like he talking to the locals, you know what I'm saying? Kind of draw contact to us. So we got there and we call it the blue doors. We call it the blue doors. It was some big blue doors, and we used to call it the blue doors. So some of the guys that's was in the unit, they know exactly what I'm fucking talking about because I don't remember the village name. But anyway, it was pretty much where we went to kind of narrow it down. They had a whole bunch of cell phone towers, right? And the village was like right in the bottom. So a lot of the guys will know exactly what I'm talking about. So we got there, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the times we don't use the roads at all because the Taliban's always put this one IDs in the roads, right? So
Yeah.
even if we're going 2 clicks, bro, it would take us 6, 7 clicks to get to where we're going. You know what I'm saying? We'll take the long way around to avoid getting hit by IDs. You know what I'm saying? So we'd have to make our own route and take terrains that hard terrain, sometimes climbing up a mountain or going around a village and making that extra couple hours to get to where we're going to avoid getting hit by IDs. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we got there, man. It's quiet, you know what I'm saying? And usually when we get to that Pacific village, usually like it'd be a lot of kids out there playing, you know what I'm saying? Usually the market, people are buying food, stuff's going on, everybody walking around, stuff's going on, you know what I'm saying? When we got there, bro, it was nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody was outside. It was kind of weird, and I was feeling kind of uneasy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But whatever. I didn't play no mind. I was just doing my job. Team leader. We got there, so there was like I think there was somebody outside. There was a local outside. LT was like, "Hey, I'm gonna talk to this guy. Set up security." You know what I'm saying? So we set up security, 360 security. You know what I'm saying? So that's a fucking stream, bro. Where I set up security at is an alley, and you know how Afghanistan sometimes like they be having streams and shit. You know
And
what I'm saying? Yeah, so where we was at, bro, is like a big ass stream running through, and it was a fucking alley. So my team was kind of watching the alley and stuff like that. I put my saw down. He was watching the alley. I'm next to my saw gunner and my rifleman. I had him on the other side of the alley, kind of behind cover, watching the alley too. You know what I'm saying? Because that was like the main point that we thought that we're gonna take contact is gonna be the, you know what I'm saying, where the contact gonna come from. So we focus on that, and the other guys focus on other areas. You know what I'm saying? Where we could take contact. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm chilling, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? I swear to God, bro. I took a sit for a split second. I sat down, bro. Something came in. Boom. It landed in. And then
yeah.
it went into the stream, right? So my soul gunner like, hey, sorry. I think this little motherfucker throwing rocks at us. I'm like, all right, just, you know what I'm saying? Just watch them. Because if they're throwing rocks at them, I can't tell them shoot their ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, just watch them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if he throw rocks at you, just kind of throw a rock back at them, kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like tell them get the fuck out of there. But you know what I'm saying? The shit like a splash in the water. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Another one came, right? That bitch. Boom, boom, boom. A
Yeah.
fucking grenade, bro. So
Yeah.
I'm shook, G.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking shook. You know what I'm saying? So we thinking at the time, we thinking one of these motherfuckers down the alley threw a fucking grenade at us. You know what I'm saying? So we shooting down the fucking alley. You know what I'm saying? We shoot down the alley. Another one came in, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The shrapnel didn't hit me, but it was one of them garbage ass fucking Chinese fucking pineapple grenades, bro. So
Yeah.
when it blew up, I think it fell into the dirt or the water or some shit where it was at. So when it soaked in, it kicked up like the hard fucking dirt, right? So that bitch kind of hit me in my arm, like sting my
Yeah.
shit. So nigga,
Yeah.
I'm thinking I got hit with shrapnel in
Bro
my
thought he
motherfucking
was
arm,
hit.
boy.
Yeah.
But I thought my arms came off because that bitch was hot. You feel me?
Yeah.
When that bitch hit me, I'm like, oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
bumping that bitch.
Yeah.
Cause she was like, what the fuck going on? I'm like, so I'm just shooting two or threes down there. I'm blasting, bro. So when we was on the other side of the road, we shooting so my saw gunner could come across the street so we get the fuck back to the other side. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we covering in, we laying down fire and shit. So we ran across the street. We went on top of this little fucking mud hut that was over there. We in the mud hut. So I'm looking at my shit, you know what I'm saying? Making sure I ain't bleeding or nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when I realized I didn't really get hit, it was just like the fucking grenade kicked up some dirt and that bitch just splashing me hard in my hand and felt like, you know what I'm saying? So we got back over there, you know what I'm saying? We opened fire, shit dead down. So we trying to kind of figure out where these grenades came from. So
Yeah.
the A&A went on the other side of this big ass mud wall. So the A&A found the spoons of the grenade on the other side. So basically what happened is this motherfucker was lobbing grenades over the fucking wall, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we did, and the thing is, bro, we right next there. If
Yeah.
these niggas, I think these niggas was just bad how they was throwing. They was just bad how they was throwing the grenades. If they had to throw the grenades like kind of a little bit better, they could have hit us.
It was
You
probably
know what I'm
like
saying?
they know y'all there, but they too scared to
They
like
know we
get
was on the other
point.
side of the
Yeah.
wall, right?
Mm.
But the wall was pretty tall. I don't know if you seen those walls I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Those wall was like at least 10 feet tall. Especially if you're walking in like a main fucking alley, those big ass walls they be having, not the little small ones we used to jump
Yeah.
over,
Yeah.
big fucking ones. So they was throwing that bitch over, so they was kind of over fucking throwing it. So it was kind of, going all over the place. So when they found the spoons and shit, they found 3 spoons because they threw three grenades at my team. You know what I'm saying? So when they found the spoons, we like, okay, these motherfuckers were throwing that shit over. So long story short, bro, whatever. All right, cool. Nobody got hit. We all good. So we kind of trying to get the fuck up out of there. We going back to the cop. So we going
Yeah.
back to the cop, bro. We going back
Even
to the
more
cop. You know what I'm
dangerous.
saying? What? We taking contact, bro. I'm
Yeah.
talking about PKM fire hitting us. These motherfuckers shooting at us. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? We kind of, because the fire was coming from a far distance. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we can't fucking maneuver way the fuck over there. So we just kind of return fire. It stopped, right? We pick back up again. We moving, nigga. We pick back up again. We moving. We jumped over a plot wall. Boom.
Yeah.
This Mount IED, bro.
Damn.
And keep in mind, bro, we not even like on the road. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We walking in the arches and in the grass and shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But the thing that fucked us up is that's the same route we used coming back.
Over and
Come
over. Yeah.
when we came there. So when they see us coming there, when we was in contact with that grenade at the time, I think this motherfuckers went in there and set up a fucking IED real quick,
Yeah.
and they was hoping we would take that route back. And no
Yeah.
shit, bro, we took that route back. We got hit, bro. Fucking Ramirez got hit. AD hit Ramirez and Barrett. Barrett got fucked up. But when Barrett got hit, that was one of the Saw Gunners and shit, private, PSC. Badass kid. That kid got 3 Purple Hearts, bro, and he came back. He was supposed to go back to the States all 3 times. The kid came back, G.
Yeah.
He begged to come back when they had him at the
Right.
fob. He begged to come back. He came back, right? When
Knowing that
Ramirez got
anybody else would have took that invitation to like, I'm out of
that
here. You
first
know what I'm
Purple
saying?
Heart, that first Purple Heart, anybody else would have been fucked that. I'm going
I'm
back
out
to
of
fucking
here.
Bliss.
Yeah.
Nah. That kid, bro, they was gonna send him back. And he talked the first time, like, first on, can you do something so I can come back?
Yeah.
I don't know what strings first song pulled. Every time that kid came back, 3 fucking Purple Heart, bro. So Ramirez got hit, bro. And how they got hit is when they went over the wall. From where the fuck they had the ID? If they had the ID at the base of the wall or in the wall, the bitch blew up. The man lost his eye, bro.
Damn.
Ramirez lost his eye. That was fucked up. When he got back to Germany, they said he lost his eye. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't die. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
was fucked up and shit. So we lost Ramirez. Ramirez couldn't come back because he lost his eye. So he had to do surgery and shit. So he had to do surgery and more surgery when he went back to the big hospital in the States. You know what I'm saying? So we lost him. So we got hit twice that day, hard. We got hit with the grenades.
Yeah.
And on the way back, we got hit with small arms fire, followed by a fucking dismount IED. And we lost 2 guys.
Yeah.
Not dead, but 2 guys got hurt. And they had to go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We requested QRF. Keep in mind, QRF is coming to aid us, right?
Right.
These motherfuckers got in their own tick coming in their own firefight. On the way
Yeah.
to us, they got in a firefight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they cannot even help us because they getting their ass hit. You know what I'm saying? They took care of that. By the time they got to us, right? Ramirez had already got hit because it took it upon us to just say, fuck it, we're just gonna go back anyway. We're not gonna wait on these motherfuckers. We're gonna go back.
Yeah.
But we didn't wait on them. We went back. He got hit. By the time he got hit, second platoon was right on us, right? They had already got done with their little firefight, so they kind of linked up with us. So they kind of helped us to fucking kind of get Ramirez back to the LZ and get him on the medevac to get him to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? So it was right on time. But yeah, bro.
Damn. For the people that don't know, we all go out there, bro. We got uh everybody got 210 rounds on them. You know what I'm saying? So what you out there with that ammo? So you in tick after tick, and you out here all day, bro. So y'all study running out of ammo. And
Yeah,
the worst thing that can
yeah.
happen to an infantryman is you out of ammo, bro.
When we called for QRF, they had to bring us ammo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
We always had ammo. So how we had it, on our cop, we always had ammo loaded already in magazines, right? So if another platoon is out there and they get hit and they kind of request ammo, they would just grab the ammo, throw that bitch in a fucking rucksack, and they would, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? They would bring the ammo to them. So that's how we had
Right.
that shit set up.
Sergeant First Class Casillas. What happened with that situation?
So that was another event, man. And keep in mind, we just lost a Wazer. The Wazer just got killed in on platoon, right?
Yeah.
We lost Ramirez, right? Barrett went back, he got hit. You know what I'm saying? So all platoon is getting fucked up. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So we had another mission to go do another mission in another village, bro, in the bazaar, right? But then when we go to the bazaar, is another village where the bazaar is at, and those people stay on the side of the mountain on the hills, right? So, the LT was like, hey, I want to go up there and I want to go check some shit out, talk to some people and shit. We had the commander with us, he want to be all high speed and shit. He was like, hey, we're gonna cross the bridge. And keep in mind, when we got to that shit where we was at, the bazaar is over there and the village is on this side, right? So we have to go across this bridge. And that was a sticky, that was a fucked up little eerie little situation running across that bridge, right? Because the bridge is like over a river, right? So we got to run across it, bro, that bitch one at a time and cover
Yeah.
fire, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn, because we would always take contact going across that river. You know what I'm saying? So we got across, we got the whole platoon across, right? You know what I'm saying? And the way how the fucking that village was on the side of the mountain, so it's kind of weird, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a weird village, bro. So we got up there, we got up on the village, the first house, we set up security and shit, the CO and my LT, you know what I'm saying? They talking to the homeowner and stuff, what's going on with the Taliban's at, all the questions they asked them. Next thing you know, bro, the ANA that was with us, I think we had two ANA with us or three ANA with us. These motherfuckers decide they want to go down the hill, wander off to go
Yeah.
get some food. There was a motherfucker down there selling food or whatever. Went down there, bro. There we go. Boom. I'm talking about all I see was a big ass dust cloud
Yeah.
because the way we was on the mountain, they went down. So that bitch was, I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Big ass dust cloud. I guess a couple seconds after they walked off, after they walked, the ID went off. So the ID
Yeah.
did not hit them. You know what I'm saying? So now we're not even focused on whoever the CO is talking to, right? Now the CO is focused on the IED. Now we taking contact. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of pushed down a squad. My squad pushed down to kind of fucking set up security where the ID was at, right? So while we down there, you know what I'm saying? Cause CS and the CO and I think the second squad up there still, you know what I'm saying, setting up security on the mountain. And we kind of scoot down a little bit to kind of set up security in the lower ground. You know what I'm saying? So while we down there, two guys kind of walk by. So we kind of detain those guys. We're like, why the fuck we just got hit? And somehow y'all just want to kind of walk. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we detain those guys. And I don't know if you remember the kit, the IED kit we had to kind of test those guys to see if they was fucking around with like ammunition or
Oh, with the
IEDs.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Don't remember the name of that shit, but we had a private that was kind of they had to send them to a class how to use the motherfucking thing. I didn't know how to use it, so
Yeah.
the guy. So when we grabbed those two guys, we flex cuffed them, we put them to sit down. We came with all the little shit. They were testing their hands, no shit. These motherfuckers were playing with TNT, with all type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we're like, all
Yeah.
right, these motherfuckers was the one that set up the IEDs, or they were playing with fucking
They
IEDs. You know what
know
I'm saying?
something.
They know something. So we tell the CO was like, yeah, cuff them. We're gonna take them back to the cop with us. We're gonna arrest them. So we arrest those guys, man. We arrest those guys. You know what I'm saying? So we about to pick up and get ready to move. You know what I'm saying? We pick up and get ready to move, bro. I'm talking about. I remember this shit the day as it was yesterday, bro. As soon as we get ready to pick up, G, fucking PKM fire came across from the
Hmm.
river. I'm talking about PKM fire is coming up, right? But we on the low ground, right? Type of trees and shit. Like, bro, I swear I could picture this shit like yesterday. So much fucking PKM fire was coming in. It was cutting the trees down. You see leaves
Yeah.
falling down like it
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
fucking spring. We taking
Hey.
PKM fire, right? Leaves falling down, and you could just see trees getting cut down and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn, bro. I'm
Yeah.
talking about big ass trees. Like we pulling security clock wall right here, all type of big ass trees. And these fuckers are shooting at us from across the fucking river with PKM fire, machine gun fire. And you could just see these falling. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
So the platoon I was on the hill, they getting hit. We're in the low ground. They getting hit. Next thing you know, man, they came across the radio. My platoon song got shot in the fucking head.
Damn.
So I'm thinking, yeah. So they came across the radio. I'm like, what the fuck? My LT came down there. He came sprinting down. You know what I'm saying? He came down to link with us, which is first squad, and the platoon sergeant was with second squad on the hill, right? So he came down there to link with us. He ran down there, tears coming out his eyes. I'm like, God damn, bro. Keep in mind, G, we just got hit. throughout the week we getting hit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Wizard got
Yeah.
killed, Ramirez got hit, Barrett got hit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, Casillas got hit. So I'm thinking like when the LT said he got hit and he got shot in the head, I'm thinking the motherfucker is dead. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm like, damn. I'm like, Casillas got hit in the head. I'm so bro, and all this information is coming in while we taking heavy machine gun fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like we don't have time to process nothing. So I'm like, damn, like Casillas is dead. So we all thinking first squad down there, we thinking like, damn, Casillas is dead. We got to go retrieve the body, and now we got to come up with a fucking plan to get this motherfucker back to the cop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We trying to get AWT, which AWT is Apache's air weapons
Yeah.
team, right? They came on station and they can't even fucking help us because where we was at the time and where the Taliban was at, it was so much brush and so much
Yeah.
big trees. They can't just shoot rockets
Right.
and shoot
Right.
guns because they can't PID these motherfuckers, right? So they're
Yeah.
trying to help us from what they could see above and shit. Like, hey, trying to walk us on and shit like that, right? So there wasn't really much help they could fucking do. So they were just kind of showing force and shit, circling around, trying to help us the best they can. So we like, these motherfuckers are no good to us. You know what I'm saying? So, we shooting this shit, you know what I'm saying, taking fire. Next thing you know, I see Casillas come running down the hill, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, so,
Yeah.
like me, Casillas is a crazy motherfucker. He be saying some dumbass shit in the mix of some crazy ass situations. You know what I'm saying? So he come running down the fucking hill, and he's like, they can't kill me with a big
Right.
old dip in his mouth. This
Right.
motherfucking helmet crooked as fuck because
Yeah.
when he got hit in the fucking dome, his helmet crooked. I guess he ain't had time to fix that motherfucker.
Bro,
He come
that's
running
that
down the hill.
Ranger shit, bro. That's that
Yeah,
Ranger
man. He
shit.
come the motherfucker come running down the hill, right? With his because he always had a fucking 240 gunner attached to him. And Casillas always been the motherfucker on my ass because he like, Paul, you be shooting too much. Like
Yeah.
you need to calm down. He calm down with the 240, right? With 240 gunner and tell him open up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
He come running down the hill. I'm talking about his shit was not just crooked, bro. Like his shit was literally the chin strap was right here on this man's
Yeah.
side of his face, and his
Yeah.
shit was like this. You gonna fix that goddamn helmet
Yeah.
on your head? So he
Yeah.
fixed his shit. You know what I'm saying? Big old dip, big old dip. This motherfucker had dip everywhere, dip all over his kit, man. He's like, they can't kill me. I don't
Yeah.
know if that shit like when it hit him, he's like, these motherfuckers tried to kill me in Iraq. They couldn't. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I'm like, damn. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So we doing our own thing, bro. We was stuck there. Bro, I'm talking about we was taking contact there, no shit for like 5 hours, bro.
Yeah.
In the same fucking spot. They shooting at us, we shooting at them. You know what I'm saying? And we have two fucking detainees. Keep in mind, we still got those two detainees right there next to us. So we trying to bound back. At this point, bro, the sun was going down. It was time. And once the sun going down, the Taliban, they stopped shooting. We trying to get back to the cop, the sun going down, the firefight stopped. You know what I'm saying? We got two fucking detainees with us, bro. We made it back to the cop safe. And it was to the point that the Apaches, the helicopter above, which is the Apaches, they walked us to the cop, bro.
Yeah.
Because we was taking
Escort.
so much contact. We was taking so much contact. They were like, hey, we're gonna stay on station until you guys get back to the cop. You know what I'm saying? We got back to the cop. They left, you know what I'm saying? We got back and shit. First time I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the CO came talk to us. He's like, hey, I know you guys are getting hit hard, but we here for a good reason and shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta keep on going. We gotta keep on going. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. And keep in mind, all this events is happening, right? And we have no time to suppress this shit.
Yeah.
We didn't grief about Louisa. We ain't had time
Right.
to grief about Louisa. We ain't had time to gripe about Ramirez and Barrett, you know what I'm saying? Because he is the guy hit. All this shit is happening. We don't have time to blow up steam and be like, damn, I'm taking a break. This shit is happening back to
Yeah.
back. We going back out the wire, back to back. We ain't got time to sit down and fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We
And
got
it
to go
ain't
back out there.
damn, bro. Platoon sergeant get hit in the head. Y'all taking all this contact. Still ain't been able to grief Louise and them, bro. What
Nah.
else was going on?
So, man, so that next fucking day, I think that next day or 2 days later, bro, we just came back from this long ass patrol, bro. I'm talking about long ass patrol in the middle of the fucking day. We came into the front door and went right out the back door for another
Yeah.
mission.
Yeah.
So second platoon is on the mountain, right? So they call on the radio. As soon as we coming in, we damn near getting ready to drop a kit. Platoon start like, nah, man, for second platoon to send some shit, we might have to go out there again. So keep your kit on. I'm like, yeah, like
Yeah.
been wearing my kit for like 6, 7 hours. My shoulders hurting. I'm ready to drop this motherfucker down and relax, bro, and just chill. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we had to go to the back gate and stage right there, getting ready to go back while these motherfuckers in the top getting everything they need, information, what's going on, right? So they're like, hey, some guys, second platoon just shot some guys with the 240 that was trying to hit the cop with RPGs and PKM on the backside of the cop next to
Yeah.
Paspajack is another village. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, bro, we went on the back. So we went out the back gate, you know what I'm saying, looking for this guy. So as we walking, so we walking that way, the mountain is right in front of us, right? And second platoon is on the mountain, so they could see me, right? They could see us walking and they walking us on. They're like, hey, we shot these guys right there, they're right there. I'm like,
Yeah.
right where? He's like, Paul, the motherfucker is damn near like 2, 3 feet. But
Yeah.
keep in mind,
It's dark
it's a
out though,
whole
right?
bunch. Nah, it's in the afternoon, but it's a whole bunch of
Okay.
grass right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? Like, I can see everything. I'm like, I don't see nothing. At this point, bro, my heart is pounding because
Yeah.
the last thing I want is for me not to see this motherfucker coming and he sneak up on me and shoot me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? He's like, Paul, turn to your left and walk. So, my weapon up, right? I'm walking. He's like, keep on going. I'm like, I don't see him. I'm talking to him on the radio. He's talking to me,
Yeah.
right? He's like, keep on going. My assault gunner is right there. My rifleman is right there. We're on line. And we kind of like pushing through, right? Looking for these motherfuckers they shot. So I'm coming up. He's like, Paul, he's right in front of you. I'm like, what the fuck is he? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't see him. And now I'm because he's like, oh, he's right in front of you. Like, man, where the fuck is this
Yeah.
motherfucker at? But it was like a little, it was like a little fucking, like a little trench right there. So I'm like, maybe the motherfucker in the trench. So he's like, Paul, he's right there. Because where they was at on the mountain, they couldn't tell if it was a
Yeah.
trench or if it
Yeah.
was nothing. They could from where they were seeing, they could just see me and they could just see where this motherfucker ran at when they shot him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
They think you
So
tripping.
yeah, so I'm thinking I'm tripping, bro. So when I look over, G, I see the little clothes, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I see him. So when I peeked over, I see him about
Yeah.
5 shots down there, 5 shots, right?
Yeah.
So where we was at, it was like a little cliff. It couldn't be more like maybe 5 feet. You know what I'm saying? But we went around. Me and my team went around. So my platoon hear me. They hear me shooting. They're like, "Oh, what the fuck you shooting at?" You know what
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling my platoon sergeant, the guy's right there. I just kind of, you know what I'm saying? I shot him and shit. So when I came around, you know, when we clearing and we moving, if the enemy's not dead, we still got to kill him and keep on pushing, right?
Yeah.
So when I was come back around, you know what I'm saying? Kick the weapon across, kick his AK and shit. And we pushing, you know what I'm saying? It was another drop off and a whole bunch of bushes. So, you know, we clear that, make sure everything is good. And once we clear the area, the other guy, we couldn't find the body. We followed the blood trails. We couldn't find the body. We couldn't find this motherfucker at all. So we found one Taliban with that we killed. So when we went back, we searched this guy. He had one AK-47, 2 cell phones. He had a rig on him, an AK-47 rig and shit. So it was
Yeah.
definitely a Taliban, definitely a bad guy that we killed. So that day was a really intense day for me because I actually was engaged with the enemy. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It got a lot of other days that I was engaged with the enemy, but that day I was close up and
Face to
personal,
face.
face to face with an actual human that was trying to kill me. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that was a pretty intense day. When I went back to the cop, you know what I'm saying? I was like a hero because
Yeah. Yeah.
I
You
got
a
to
legend.
actually yeah, I'm a legend now because you know how it is in the infantry, right? Man, that motherfucker crazy, kill somebody, you know what I'm saying? So, I was one of the guys that actually got to, what I'm saying, engage the enemy and neutralize the enemy. So that was a pretty good day. The first time I was like, hell yeah. We had to actually carry the body back to the cop. I don't know why we did that, but we brought the Taliban back to the cop and we gave him to the ANA, and we don't know what they did with him. But that was a whole nother event in the Shark Tank.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
bro.
that's some heavy shit, bro.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, Shark Tank was by far like one of the place, man, like piece of me stayed over there, bro. Like that was really one of the place, man. I really had to like I almost died over there a couple times, seen so much shit out there. That place really took like a part of me. You know
For
what I'm saying?
sure. Which
Yeah.
lead me right into my next question, bro. How did that deployment affect you mentally and emotionally?
Man, that shit I say it affected me, man. Like I was always angry and shit, my family, you know what I'm saying? I was always angry, bro. My daughter, you know what I'm saying? Like, you always understand why am I so angry, bro? And like, I don't know, bro. Like, it just made me a real fucking angry person, made me a real bitter person, bro. Like, I got back and I hated every fucking thing. I hated people. I hated
Yeah,
being around people. I hated every fucking thing, bro. Like everything irritated me. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just a pissed off person. Any little thing I was getting pissed off, you know what I'm saying? Getting angry, bro. And it was because of that place, bro. There's so much shit that we've been through. And you know that being angry in the army is okay. That was
yeah,
part of the job. Like
yeah,
if you're not an angry NCO or angry infantryman, like you're not an infantryman. Being angry was like part of our fucking DNA, bro. That was part of our survival of being angry in combat. So coming back, how it affected me, you know what I'm saying? It's like I couldn't really turn it off, bro. I didn't know
yeah,
how to fucking turn it off, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. All right. So, how did coming home feel this time on this
Oh
deployment?
my God. That was probably one of the best coming home. Like, Iraq was, yeah, but Afghanistan, that was probably one of the best moments of my life, bro,
Yeah, dog.
coming back. I had a bank full of money. Keep in
Yeah,
mind, I had re-enlisted, right?
yeah,
I got that Ranger bonus. The Army, I think I gave me like $30,000 cash
yeah,
on top of my deployment money.
yeah.
At $30,000 cash, like whoop, lump sum, no tax, nothing. thirty thousand
Loaded when
dollars
you got
in my
home.
man. So I had a bag full of cash,
Yeah,
and I'm coming back. I ain't been in the world for so long.
yeah,
I want to party. I want to put some clothes on. I want to drive. You know what I'm saying? So it felt so goddamn good, bro. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Smoking that cigarette, coming back. Being on the plane, bro, was the most relaxing, don't give a fuck moment I had, bro. You know what I'm
yeah. No, no doubt. And bro was so salty because he left before me, went to Afghanistan before me,
saying?
and I went home before him, bro. So
Yeah, I was
yeah,
mad
bro was hot.
because when you went back to the fob and when we was kind of getting back, ripping back out, and 173rd came in and took over, and you telling me you back at the fob and I'm still in Shark. I'm like,
Yeah,
man, I need to get back,
yeah,
and then my platoon started coming back and telling me that I gotta stay with 173rd to do the right
yeah,
seat, left seat, to go to Passport Jack. Keep in
yeah,
mind, we lost guys in Passport Jack. We got 2, 3 days left. And you want me to go out there and die? Man,
yeah,
I got 3 days in country, bro. Like, come on, man.
yeah,
I went to first sergeant. I went to first sergeant. First sergeant like, nah. First sergeant figured some shit out. He's like, nah, Paul, you ain't got to stay. You got to go. Cause first sergeant felt it, bro. He like, nah.
mm-hmm,
So first sergeant and the CO stayed. And matter of fact, he let everybody go. Everybody
yeah,
left from the platoon sergeant to all the Joes, all the team leaders, all the squad leader left. The only person I think stayed back was the CO, the motherfucking XO, the LTs and shit, and that was it. Everybody
yeah,
else left. Next thing you know, as soon as we left that night, first Sean them came on the other bird, bro. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? So yeah, man, I felt like this motherfucker wanted me to die my last 3 days in country. I couldn't get to spend my motherfucking money. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? My family. I'm like, come on, man. You trying to tell me my last 3 days I gotta go on patrol and risk getting fucking shot and killed? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah, bro.
So how did like all your combat experience, your times in Germany, your times at Fort Benning, how did that
Hmm.
experience shape the way you led soldiers?
Man, I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot. I would say. Me growing up, I always had bad leadership, so I always hated NCOs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hated fucking NCOs. So when I became an E5 and an E6, I still fucking hated NCOs.
yeah,
And I felt like I was people always call me a Joe protector. Like I always protect my guys, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like because the way I lead, bro, I always lead from the front. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was rocking the Ranger tab, so I couldn't be soft. I had to be harder than my guys, you know what I'm saying? Because I expect them to operate the same way I'm operating. If I can't pass the PT test, why am I fucking beating them up to pass the PT test because I'm an NCOs, and that's the type
Yeah.
of NCOs I had. So I was always a PT stud, and my fucking PT was always the top tier, so they know exactly what I expect out of them. So
Yeah.
I was always a leader. I would say, so you telling me why can't I make a leader that make me? I was always a leader from the front. So, and I always hated NCOs because I always been around NCOs, even when I was an E6 with shitty NCOs that do a bunch of bullshit to
Yeah.
Joes, but they can't do their PT test. They can't pass their PT test. They suck at every
Yeah.
fucking thing. But how you a leader just because you made it through the cracks and you got your NCO, that don't make you a good NCO. So I used to always like be get into it with NCOs because they were shitheads, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
um that made me a more tougher leader, you know what I'm saying? I just looked at myself, bro, like looked at you as the individual person, as a person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not because you come from another place and people say you was a shit bag, that don't mean I'm gonna treat you as a shit bag, right? I'm a kind of physically see for myself. Because it
Right.
might be things you did that I could be like, oh, he just being a fucking dickhead. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because a lot of things that motherfucking NCOs was cracking down on Joes for just for, you know what I'm saying? Because they just, oh, they
Yeah.
were just hazing on the motherfucker
You
just to
want to
hate
play
on the motherfucker.
games?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Yeah,
So that's the kind of leader I was, man. Leading from the front, bro. You know what I'm saying?
for sure. So 2015, bro, you get to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Your time in the military. Uh, what was the hardest part about leaving the structure and purpose of the military life?
Oh, the hardest thing for me, man, it was just the bond, man. The people, just having a purpose every day, something to do, you know what I'm saying? Waking up in the morning, you know what I'm saying? You always have a purpose, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that was like the biggest thing for me, man. And just the people, just the brotherhood, the people, man, and leading soldiers, you know what I'm saying? I think that's like every NCO, that's like, when you're leaving and you just in that role of just leading soldiers and actually like being around the brotherhood, bro, that's like the
yeah,
biggest thing for me. Cause when you get into the civilian world, you don't really have that. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So that was like my biggest like thing, man. It was because I didn't really like the army in a sense. It's a lot of things I hate about the fucking army. You know what I'm saying? I hated how certain things in the army was done. I hated some of the leadership. Like I hated some of the bullshit things we did. I hated us just sitting around not doing nothing. Like it's so much things I hate about the army, but I love training. I
Yeah,
love being an infantryman. I love deployments. I love all that stuff. But when
yeah.
it comes to the garrison stuff and some of the bullshit, I did not miss it, bro. It was so irritating. It was so aggravating. You know what I'm saying? But beside that bullshit, everything else, loved it. You know what I'm saying?
So like, bro, I not done been managers. I didn't worked at jobs and all that. You know what I'm saying? Where you in charge of other people, but
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
don't nothing come close to leading soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, man. That was like one of the best things I had the opportunity to do, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And
for sure.
and I the opportunity. A lot of guys don't have that now in the army. A lot of guys live soldiers now in garrison. Like they don't
Yeah,
have the opportunity to live soldiers in combat. I had the opportunity to be a team leader and a squad leader in combat, in
right.
theater. You know what I'm saying? So that was like an experience not a lot of NCOs nowadays get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that was a big thing for me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. We the last of the real veterans, brother. When you look back at your time in the military, bro, what are you most proud of?
Of course, I'm gonna say Ranger School, of course. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, I got to actually like accomplish that goal. Me just being in the military because that was always like a dream of mine, serving and being, in combat and being a soldier. So a lot of people don't really could get to achieve their goals. Like, yeah, I want to be something, but did you really did do it? You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that was a big thing for me. Actually got to achieve my goal. I got to be a ranger. I got not be a ranger, but I got to, get my tab and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the and the and the pain that I had to go through it. I know it sucks, but
yeah. It
I'm
was
happy
worth
I
it.
went through that because it
Yeah,
was worth it because I could look back and I know a lot of people couldn't go through it or whatever the case is, and I could look at it and be like, damn, I went through that shit. You know what I'm saying? I did
shit.
that.
But shit, even with me not having a tab, bro, with you having a tab, it benefited me. You know what I'm saying? Because the way people view him and they see us, like, well, they think like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? He got to be the same kind of way. But
Yeah, yeah, because we always
I
hanged out
was way
together, you
more
know what I'm
hood.
saying?
You was
You know what
way
I'm
more
saying?
hood
But
than I was. Last question, brother. What would you
Yeah.
tell a young kid thinking about joining the army today?
Well, if I could, somebody, well, and the crazy thing you say that, like, it's a couple people that I talked to years back that, I got to join the army just by, you know, me was telling my story piece by piece, the shit I was telling on Instagram, and guys joined the army because of me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But if somebody come to me now, seeing that there's no wars going on really right now, like how it was when we
Yeah,
was in, like if you join, you know for a fact that you're gonna go to Afghanistan or Iraq. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no it buts about it. Is when you're gonna go.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If I ask somebody now, I think even if it was back then, I tell anybody go, join the army. Um, Once they join, fucking got their head in the game, don't bullshit. The army is like a civilian world within its own. The army got everything. You could meet a bad person and follow that person and get in trouble, or you could meet some motherfuckers that got their head on their shoulder and they want to do better and progress, and you could be with them and progress too. So, I tell them get in and use the army for what it is. You see what I'm saying? Go
yeah,
to school in the army. You know what I'm saying? Get all the schools that you can, pay attention, know your shit, get promoted, bro. Because you know what I'm saying, like, and if you want to make the army a career, it's not bad. It's not a bad career. If you want to go
yeah,
officer, go officer. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much benefits when you get out that people don't understand that you could have. Yeah, like people look at it like, oh, I don't want to die for my country on that, but people don't understand the type of benefits you get of being 100% veteran, being a retired veteran, so much benefits that come with that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
like I always tell my daughter, like if she don't have a plan, I always tell her I don't want to join the Marines or the Army, but I always tell her, joining the Air Force as a woman, as a female is a good thing for her. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It would definitely be a good foundation for her when it comes to discipline and teach her like, life and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I always tell her like, joining the military is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying?
for
So I
sure.
would tell anybody that come to me that want to join the military, people look at it as the bad. You know that we seen the good and the bad in that
Yeah,
motherfucker. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So the bad that I went through in the army wasn't because of the army. It was because of me.
All right, man. That was U.S. Army veteran Carllie Paul, a man who has lived the full journey from private to ranger, from Ramadi to Afghanistan, and came out stronger on the other side. His story is about discipline, redemption, and never letting circumstances define you. This was Veteran Stories. Until next time. Appreciate you joining me, brother.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.